only be one team in the Arlington Renegades, 17-9, and obviously if not, but also you have the Memphis Showboats, a team that was supposed to be a playoff potential team, but eventually, very disappointing season for them. Only won one game, which was against the Houston Roughnecks, and now they're both finally here tonight. The winner will now not only get the UFL number one pick, but they also will get the number one pick for every round of the upcoming college UFL draft. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh my goodness. That is something I have never thought of before. Like the winner gets the number one overall pick, not the loser, but the winner. So this is
Mhm.
something new that I have heard of. This is definitely
Yeah,
something
this is
new.
the first. This is well, I mean, we seen this situation before in a couple years back in the USFL season. We saw this with the Pittsburgh Maulers versus the Michigan Panthers, and that game, Paxton Lynch actually became actually had a very great performance there in his time, and we're gonna see who's gonna come out on top. So we're embracing for a fun game here tonight. This UFL season has been one of the best seasons we have in a while. So
Mm-hmm.
so here we go.
Oh, I
Game
can agree
40.
more.
Memphis Showboats, Houston Roughnecks. Who will come out on top?
I cannot agree more. But yeah, so we're about to kick off in a few. We're about to kick off in a few minutes. So both teams 1-8. Houston's one win was against the Renegades, and the Showboats one win was way back in week 1 against the Roughnecks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Uh,
before we were considering the Renegades or even like the Showboats as like the worst of the worst teams.
Yep. Like back then, the Showboats, they had so much expectations going into this season. We can't really, do we really have a pinpoint of really what happened? Maybe week two felt like probably the point where probably the point of no return for Memphis. They had a 16.0 against the San Antonio Brahmas, looking like a team they were very close to beat, but then San Antonio came back at in just in one quarter, won the game 20-19.
It's like one of the because it's kind of like the Atlanta Falcons when they because when it's like one of those things where like the Falcons, you blow 28-3, you can never pass that ever since. That's kind of the same thing with the Showboats. The Showboats have not won a game ever since that happened.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like it's a game that they just cannot get over. It's like a little bit of a curse for them.
And then ever since then they just kept going down, 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 just like no
To the
joke
bottom of the
right
sea.
there. But yep.
That's
And
pretty
Josh
much
Love,
what
he's
it
gonna get a
is.
hit.
They just went down.
Yeah. And Josh Love is gonna get his first start tonight. We're gonna see how he does. We during the past whole season we have seen rotations of Case Cookus, Troy Williams, but looking but each time we saw them, they were their all line just felt they were just getting decimated every week by each defender, no matter what. Their own line horrendous.
And if you watch my little like UFL handbook of the regular
Mhm.
season, and this was before week 10 happened, I counted at I think 6 losses that the Memphis Showboats witnessed. They were by more than one possession. The only games they
Mhm.
lost by one possession was the Brahmas and I believe the Panthers. Round two.
Mm.
Round two. I had to be specific with
Yeah,
that.
and that was when the Panthers basically had Brian Luerk at quarterback. Yo, what's up,
And
Chris
that was a
Mason? How you doing?
game, and it was a game that West Hills went down for the season.
Hmm.
And speaking of which, and I can't believe was right after, and this was after my video, Cody Latimer. That's a big loss for
Cody
the
Lamb.
Brahmas. It was
Yep,
a knee
and
injury.
then Chase Garbers just went down yesterday too. Once
Again?
again, hopefully he got I think the same injury from his wrist. So we're gonna see if he feels better for the playoff game versus St. Louis. If not, Quentin Dormany is looking like he's going to be the guy to roll with. And we're about to kick off. Memphis is kicking. So Houston is kicking. Houston will get the ball in the second half. So here we go, the final game of the regular season.
Game number
Um,
40.
Game number 40.
Game number 40. I don't know
But
if I'm going to be, since you're like pretty much the main host and everything. I don't know if I'm going to be like my note like myself and be like do like play by play for almost like every play because I
yeah,
was like used to that in like the 3 games and man, I'm having a blast. And the game
hmm.
is now kicked off to the Showboats.
Here we go.
Going to be
Final
taken from the
game.
22
Let's begin.
to the 35, and he will be down like around the 37-yard line. And this is
Yeah.
going to be the first look at Josh Love. If you have no idea who Josh Love
Well,
was, he was once the quarterback of the Michigan Panthers.
yep. He had his moments here and there, but never really got that full opportunity. But now this is but right now this is time. They showed his stats for 2023: 13 touchdowns, 10 interceptions with 2023 USFL with Michigan. But this time he's gonna be on the Showboats. He was the third string. He was pretty much the emergency quarterback for pretty much all these for the entire season up until now. So we're gonna see how he does. Maybe he gets a shot at some UFL
Action
team
is
in the
a
near
big
future.
pass. It's a
And
big
a big
pass to Jonathan Adams at the 46-yard line. Already offensively, a good start for the Showboats. But this is too good to be
mhm.
true. I have a feeling because this is Memphis we're talking about. This is the UFL's
We seen this.
Jets.
Yeah, we this season, like Darius Victor, a player to watch. A guy we expected to be a very dominant force in the UFL, but just didn't really get much going this past season. And obviously it's more really because of the O line than anything, but or even just sometimes the play calling too.
Mhm,
Josh tries to do it, tries to fake it, but they kind of figured it out. So now he slid, second down.
mhm. And another great
But
player you also want to keep an eye on who's been popping off a little bit, Daiwood Davis. Like he is a fast,
mhm,
he's like one of the only good players I can think of on the Memphis Showboats. Really fast receiver.
mhm,
He's a fast receiver. So right now, second down and 10, lined up a shotgun formation. Victor to hit to left. He's going to be handed to the ball, and that's going
mm.
to be like around a 5-yard gain. But there is a flag.
Fine. So we'll see what happens there. But you know, Houston's. Well, enough about show, but let's talk about Houston. Houston, they have one of the best defenses in the UFL. This team should be a lot more better. Their offense just
Speaking should be a
complete
lot more
lackluster.
better. We got a
Complete
face mask.
lackluster. Ooh, from
We
who?
got a
From
face
Houston.
mask from Houston. That's a bummer.
Yeah. But Houston, a team that was supposed to have has one of the better defenses going into this league, and they still are. But just the fact that their offense is so lackluster is really sad. Really saddens all of us right here.
Yeah, it is. Like it is a
Here we
good
go.
defense. Like and the thing about like Reuben Foster has been really good, but it's like almost like every game that he's been playing, like he's always like finding himself getting hurt.
Yeah,
It's like one of those teams that's
but
like your defense is really well, but like they can only do so much because of the offense. Again, like these two teams, I could see resemblance of the Jets.
yeah,
Like it's a
like
big
this,
resemblance of
like
the Jets.
not only that, coaching CJ Johnson, Curtis Johnson, not again second season, and it's just only one win. Record of 6-13 of this 6-13.
Yep,
Just
6-13. That's just a bummer.
and like who knows what happens going into this offseason. Let's see what's gonna happen with like the Houston Roughnecks. Got to reflect they were once the Gamblers. Now obviously they got this rebrand during the merger, looking like and obviously finally got a home in Rice University, even if because due to the renovations at TDCU, but
Mm-hmm.
just not looking great. Not looking great
I like it
season.
great.
And Darius Victor with the gain of few.
Yeah.
They're at least marching the field. They're marching the field right now. So
Yeah, like Curtis Johnson. I keep forgetting he also goes by CJ Johnson. I always go by him as Curtis Johnson. Yeah, him and like they were both decent coaches. Like John DeFilippo, Curtis Johnson. They were great. They were decent coaches last year, but then they both just took a major fall. Second down to 7 from the 10 at the backfield. Love. He's gonna pump fake. He's trying to find somewhere to run. He scrambles to the right. There's a
Yeah.
flag. Could be a hole thrown to the end
Okay.
zone.
Okay. And throws it, and yeah.
Incomplete. I'm gonna pause it just a little bit so you can catch up a little bit.
Well, no, we're in the same time. I think it's just
Around the same time, but I'm just a little bit ahead. Yeah,
maybe
that's a
like
whole
a couple, maybe like a second. Yeah, this is a holding. Yeah, no, we're good now.
yeah. Man, I took a trip to like the thrift store and this was $40.
Yeah.
This was $40.
Bad.
Like he's not like a Coney Ely is not like a big superstar, but like a signed helmet is a signed helmet.
Yeah.
And I have no idea, like, where am I supposed to put these helmets? I have like 5 helmets literally behind my laptop on my desk. I just have no idea where to put it. Second down, 17 from the 20. And he gets wrecked. And there's a fumble, and the lineman picks it up.
Come on. No fat man touchdown.
Oh,
Gain
my
of
goodness.
3. No fat man touchdown.
Oh, my gosh. Whoever number 31. Like, he just came around and he wrecked Love. Just like, boom. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. It was Markel Roby with a hit.
This has been the offensive line woes the Memphis Showboats has been experiencing all season long. It's been kind of their kryptonite there. It's just like no matter how much time the QB gets, they can't really do much. But fourth down, it looks like they're gonna bring in the field goal unit. So
yeah,
well,
drive, I completely agree with you. Yeah, the offensive lineman is just complete Swiss cheese. Like for my first ever stream between the Showboats and the Battlehawks, like it showed. Like it was a tight game in the first half, but then the second half, the Battlehawks managed to get like 4 to 5 sacks in the second half against the Showboats. There's a definite offensive line problem, and we have a field goal that is good for the Showboats.
3-0 already. The first drive wasn't too horrible, but again, the defense finally locked in. We're gonna see Nolan Henderson look like he's gonna get some reps here tonight. So,
yeah, can't believe this is game 40. Like, I can't believe we already went 10 weeks. It was fast. It was fast. Speaking of things fast, I want college football, not only college football 25 to go fast, but I also want the college football season to go fast as well, because I'm thinking of something I want to do for the college football season on YouTube. So, I know you're not big into college, but I love the tradition. I love to see the fans. I love hearing fans getting all excited. So, Fox announced that they're going to have a game on every Friday night. So what I'm thinking is, what if I stream every game that is on the list? There will be exceptions though, because I'll try to stream as many games as I can, but there's definitely one like Rutgers and USC. That game is at 11 Eastern or 11 Pacific or 8 Pacific. I'm not streaming that. I'm not staying up at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning streaming that. That is
for that game,
it's not worth it. It is not worth it, my friend.
Game 40, the UFL season. Just in summary, this has been one of the best seasons we had in. As I say, we got 2 line juniors. Do we present and stage?
Yep.
Here we go. All right.
This is what I usually do.
Yeah.
I always have like this scoreboard. So at least like, you know, get at least we're getting used to like our styles.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good. Just at least have her face onto the side and then have this big screen right here. And I could
There we
definitely
go.
because I could definitely navigate it. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
So I can move it because usually like when it's like halftime, I like to like pinpoint like certain statistics. Hey, cat.
Here we go. All
The cat
right.
is warm
Here we
about
go.
the thankful. Here's a kickoff past the 30. You'll get out around maybe
Houston.
the
All right.
35.
And yeah.
Speaking of kick returns, man, Chris freaking Rowland. He is a madman. I love Chris Rowland.
We have our new Turpin 2.0.
Devontae Turpin. Ooh, Nolan Henderson starting.
Yep.
Nolan Henderson. He can use legs. He can use his legs. We saw that with the Stallions.
Yeah.
He can utilize the legs.
There's potential of him maybe starting next season if there's a chance. We'll see how the Roughnecks we'll see how the Roughnecks are. Let's see how the Roughnecks situation is going to be this offseason. But they gave it to Mark Thompson, and it looks like he got it for a gain a couple.
At least Thompson had several touchdowns this year.
Yeah,
like him and Justin Hall.
Yeah,
him and Justin Hall have been. They have a couple good games recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did not
get
their
even selling tickets to this game. And I decided to bring back this shirt. This is the 2023.
Oh, you have the Roughnecks shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that you were a Roughneck fan in the XFL.
Before this atrocity had to be it.
Hey, at least they beat one of your teams. Ooh, offsides. Ooh, Memphis, what are you doing? I might jump ahead a little bit because with me pausing, I'm kind of spoiling myself.
Yeah. Mark Thompson is going airborne is always nice. But here we go.
Second down and three. Anderson. He's going to throw it to Hall, screen to Hall, and Hall's going to get the first down. He'll be out at the 48.
Yeah.
First out for the Roughnecks.
But I guess starting tomorrow, non-playoff players or non-playoff or players from non-playoff teams could actually start signing to the NFL.
Jake Bates to the Lions now.
Well, no, Jake Bates is a playoff.
He's the Panther now. But definitely Chris Rowland could be off the market like immediately.
I wouldn't say Monday. I expect signings. I wouldn't expect signings on Monday. Maybe sometime around the next couple weeks. Just probably at the same time after the UFL season. Yeah.
Throwing a screen. Oh my goodness. That was
There we go. Wow. Nolan settling, and we got a big gain. Wow.
That's Merritt. It's been a while.
Number 22.
It's been a while. Kirk Merritt, because he had a long-term injury after he had that long-term injury, I believe, when they were playing against the Defenders in week 2. When one of the Defenders players swapped the ball and then he just landed awkwardly. It was a wrist injury, I believe. Excuse me. And here's a big pass against Justin Hall. Missed a tackle.
And still got the first. Missed tackle. Wow. And he got a bigger gain.
Hey, Showboats, are you learning tackle? Are you learning how to tackle from the defenders? What the heck was that?
All right, there we go. Wow, what a play by Justin Hall right there. One of the more key underrated well, I guess I wouldn't say underrated. One of the more solid pieces of the Roughnecks offense right there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's what y'all are so far in front of me.
Yeah. Henderson going 3 for 3 for 41 yards right now at the 16. He's going to hand it off to Tom. He's going to hand it off,
You
and that's
know?
only going to gain for a yard.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, definitely good. He's like Hall has been a key piece for a while.
Yep.
He's been a key piece with the Gamblers last season. But like I said, they were just stuck in a really good division last year.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
think there
wonder
could have been potential playoff team. There could have been potential, but
could have,
it is what
but
it is.
it is what it is. I wonder what changes would the UFL would make for next year. Second down, 9 from the 15. Henderson, he's going to the 11.
There we
He's
go.
wide open. That is a touchdown.
And touchdown, Justin Hall. Justin Hall wide open right there. There we go.
Like you
takes,
said, key piece. He's a key piece on the offense.
now the Houston Roughnecks will have the lead for the first time this game. Right, Roughnecks currently 6-3. We'll see what happens let's see what happens with the extra point attempt.
Yeah.
All right, question. Michigan Panthers related. Do you think Jake Bates is a? What is going on? What is John DeFlippo?
He's trying to say there is offensive pass interference by Kiki Chisholm. There could be.
So they're going to review the play. We're going to see how it goes.
Could be.
But if the challenge fails, they lose the timeout and they lose the entire challenge, not just for the half, but the entire game. So
what do you think?
I'm gonna see the play right now. Oh, well,
I mean, I understand it being like a big play, but I think what it is like you can't I don't know. They try to run a pick play. It's a pick play, but you can't just stand here and just block.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see. If the challenge is good, they keep the timeout, but if not, then
yeah, that's it. Offensive pass interference on Kiki Chisholm. The touchdown has been wiped off the board, so we are back at 0-3
points. All right. But that was John Flippo's only challenge, and so we'll see what happens.
I think that was a good. No, I think that was a good challenge. That is a good challenge.
Good challenge.
That's a good challenge, and he won that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like what you were talking about in the Discord with Bob Stoops using that challenge by pass interference.
Dude,
it was so obvious that was pass interference.
That was so obvious. Even Stevie Wonder could have seen it.
Angel Hernandez could see it. Oh, he gets hit hard and causing
Nolan Henderson and incomplete.
Hit him so hard that it caused the ball distance to travel less than it intended. Dang. Good pressure by the Showboats.
The robots. But next week's game,
it was quick Meeks with a hit. Man.
Yeah. But next week's game, USFL conference game, that basically, if you saw yesterday's matchups, those are the matchups, and they're going to be, we finally have the official seedings: Stallions first seed, Battlehawks first seed, Panthers second seed, Brahma second seed. The game's going to be at Birmingham. The game's going to be at St. Louis. And that's short of a first down.
But that's close. That was close.
What is short of the first? So wonder what they're going to do here. This is fourth down and short. Do they go for it, or should they just go for the field goal? I mean they're probably thinking about going for it. They're thinking about it.
They're thinking about it.
It looks like it is.
They're going for it. They need to at least go to the 6.
The fans are trying to make some noise. They're making some crowd noise right now. Hopefully it is actual crowd noise.
There will be a timeout because the play clock was low.
So they have some time to think. They have some time to rethink again. Do they
take your 3 and tie, or do you want to go for the kill?
Here we go. Timeout. But
Mhm.
next week we got the Birmingham Stallions playing against the Michigan Panthers, and on Saturday night and or I guess Saturday afternoon, and on Sunday night next week, we will have the XFL Conference Championship game between the um, San Antonio Brahmas and the St. Louis Battlehawks. The St. Louis Battlehawks, a team that ended 7-3 once again. All it took for was just take the Sea Dragons out of the equation. But uh but they finally they made the playoffs for the first time. Their St. Louis football team will host a playoff game the first time in 20 years. Um
Since the
what
NFC
is
Championship game between the Panthers and the Rams, in double overtime, by the way.
Yep, St. Louis fans are probably ecstatic right now. Last season, of course, ended in a very disappointing Week 10 game because the Sea Dragons scored that many set points. But they're finally in the playoffs once again. They're probably ecstatic, and not only that, if they win this game, they will stay in St. Louis to play the UFL championship game. And if you are a St. Louis fan, you got to be very happy at that moment. Right now, UFL championship games are actually on sale at the moment, so we'll see what happens. But this game, but next week we're gonna see some interesting matchups.
Definitely interesting matchups. And speaking of talking about the Battlehawks, let's talk about their opponent. A team that nobody expected. Somebody even had this team at number 8 in their power rankings. The freaking Brahmas. They are
Uh,
amazing. Their
yep.
offense significantly improved. The defense still as fine as ever with one of the best pass
Even
defenses in the
much,
league.
probably maybe number one. They're maybe
Yeah.
the number one defense,
If they could
maybe.
take down,
But
if they could take down your Stallions, then they could pretty much take down anybody at this point. But yeah,
yeah,
it's amazing. Like the Brahmas amaze me. Like I love the Brahmas.
yeah.
They're awesome. And
Heinz
the
Ward,
team,
he did his best,
all
but
right,
when you have a
fourth and
great,
two.
but you bring in Wade Phillips in,
Mm-hmm.
that they pretty much an instant turnaround of the season. But they actually are going for
Fourth
a
and
fourth.
two in shotgun formation. He's gonna hand it off to Thomas, but
There
no,
you go.
Memphis stopped the run. Turnover on downs for the Showboats.
All right, Showboats right now looking like they're deserving that number one pick right now.
Yeah.
They got to find a way to keep on winning. Or find a way to at least get their first win since week 1. So we'll see how it
Oh,
goes. We're still
my girlfriend is on my stream. Hi, honey. I hope you're having a
yeah
great day.
yeah
Love you.
yeah. Big turnover. Johnny DeFlippo is ecstatic right now. He again like excited for the big plays that just they needed to see. And this is a way to do it.
Yeah, and now the Showboats are going to start it from their own 9, and it's going to be Victor, but the Roughnecks stuff to run. That's a loss of
And
2 on the play.
snuffed. Yeah, that is a big stuff. Cringe.
You have to say it like that.
Well, hey, he said cringe. So I gotta feel like it
Cringe.
felt the vibe. It felt that's what it sounded like. It's just like reading the text. It felt like it. And sack.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a sack, more of a tackle for loss from the run. But yeah.
Second down 11 from the 7. Love. Oh, I thought that was going to be intercepted, but
And
it was
the
number 4
pass
was
is
just there.
complete. Looks like only for a gain of 3, maybe. But
I thought I was gonna be.
but
I thought I was gonna get picked off because that defensive
yep.
back, he wasn't slowing down. He wasn't
But
slowing
third
down.
down, 3rd and 7. Can the Houston Roughnecks make this stop so they could probably continue? Hopefully, get another drive going into
Yeah.
this game. But we're now 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, so we're gonna see. I just looked at my screen and saw a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Third down 7. Love. He's
Here we
gonna
go.
throw
Josh
probably
Love
go
trying
passing
to
down to
run
Adams.
and passes through and incomplete.
Incomplete.
Now officially 4th and 7. They're bringing in the punt team this game. Um, but right now 3-0 Memphis Showboats.
My goodness.
But but I guess since we're about to hit a commercial break, or at least the punny team, DC Defenders, 4-6 season, team that was supposed to be one of the top teams going into it as well. What kind of think? What really were the biggest factors for this season? What do you think will really happen?
This I would say. Sorry, I was just responding to my
Yeah,
I was just responding to my lady on stream.
yeah. I love you.
Um, but yeah, so for DC, I just don't know because like down to the coaching personnel and like the personnel was pretty much never changed, but also like the offense was very inconsistent, and the defense was one of the worst defenses. Like the defense dropped off big time. So
Mhm.
I just don't know. Like, did they just like did they just load that? Like, did they just blow off their steam? Like, did they just did not like put the pedal to the metal? Like, what happened?
I just don't know. Like this team kind of had still the pieces to make a run for it. It's just inconsistency. Jordan Tayamu regressed massively this season, and I think what really happened is I think like I mentioned on tweets, and you mentioned on your UFL handbook game on your that they pretty much were kind of like the 2023 New Jersey Generals, a team that were 9-1 the previous season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a team that was again looking supposed to be one of the top teams going into this off season. They lost some key pieces, New Jersey General specifically with Turpin and Luis Perez, and then this time for the defenders, they lost Derek King to because he got a coaching job. Good for him. They lost Lucky Jackson to the Vikings. Um, Abram Smith got out for injury, and I feel like with those key factors on offense, they really kind of they
There
really
wasn't
never
any
really
like upgrade.
or like any not only that, not even any chemistry from anybody. Like it didn't feel like there was like at all like, oh, okay, eventually the defenders will uh uh like I thought eventually this team will like the defenders will eventually like get together, but they just couldn't. Like even like just the games they just feel like even the games they won, it just felt just very flat
It
overall. And
was
then
flat. Like if you like I said, like if you looked at what happened between the Brahmins and the defenders, that game was sloppy as heck. Like we should have lost that game like more than one possession to that team
like
because the Brahmins had many chances.
the only game felt like that was very convincing was last week against the Showboats, and that was it.
But again, it's the Showboats. They're the worst. Like they're the worst of the
Mm.
worst with the Roughnecks. Like it's not really that impressive at all. Ooh, big
Yeah.
pass down the middle to the
Oh,
35 for
oh,
Houston.
and complete on the first. But yeah, but yeah, this was just a very low point for the Showboats. I had them going 6-4 just because again I kind of predicted the lack of chemistry from the new receivers, but eventually I thought they would get it at that point. But yeah, and we got an injury. Trying to see who is it. But I guess they're heading to commercial break. But let's
Yeah.
talk about the next team. That played against the Defenders today. They're right now the number 3 pick of the UFL draft now, and that is the Arlington Renegades.
Mm.
Let's talk about this. If you proved yourself to be a fluke, well, you did it. You did it.
They did.
You
They were a team that just got hot at the
congratulations.
right time. They were a team that got hot at the
Yeah.
right time. They were just not good fit. They were just not
And
consistent
then
with the
even their
right player
off season,
personality.
even their offseason just felt like, well, we got Luis Perez. Our defense looked good. We should go against these top teams in the UFL. And guess what? You had the Birmingham Stallions for a good half. I'll give them that. All right, but to be fair, that was really because it's week one. Because
It was
we're
week
unfamiliar.
one.
Like it's
Mm-hmm.
unfamiliarity. Like nobody, you don't know what you're gonna go against. We don't know what was gonna be the. But then the Stallions eventually kind of figure like, oh yeah, we're the Stallions. Let's just take a deep breath, relax. Then boom, they got 3 scores at the end. Or I guess 2 more scores in the second half, and didn't even give the only gave like the Arlington Renegades just 3 points in that second half right there. So it just took some adjustments, and then after that, loss against the lose against the St. Louis Battlehawks in a very close game. A game that they should have won in week 3 against the Defenders, but guess what? Blew a 10-point lead in the 2-minute warning, and then week 4, who they played against? Oh yeah,
Roughneck.
Houston. They lost to Houston. Yeah, they lost to Houston. Um, which take it however you want. You still lost to your Texas brethren. Um, week 5, you lost to the Brahmas, a Quinton Dormany Brahmas. Week 6, you almost could have beaten the Michigan Panthers. That game was just rough. And then guess what? The fourth down call, and then giving up a big
That
kick
call was
return at
so
the in the
stupid. I
last.
still understand what was their point of trying to go for it on their own 45. I still can't fathom
Yeah.
that. I still
And
can't
then
fathom that
after that, Jake Bates field goal. Then in week 7, they finally win one against the
against
Showboats, who are
Showboats.
now who are what 1-5 at that moment,
Mhm.
but still.
Yeah, but they're still the Showboats. Reese Annette is
And
in. He's
then,
one to his left.
mm, but finished the second half 3-2. I mean, yay. Um,
Yeah, but
yeah,
they finished 3-7, but they're
it,
still last in the.
it really said more about the first 6 weeks than anything. Like this team could have been honestly, this team should have been a team that should have been competing for the wild card spot. Again, if they
Could have.
didn't blew their lead against if they didn't blew their lead against DC, if they actually did not mess up the game against St. Louis the first time, they could have actually swept the Battlehawks if we're being honest with ourselves. Like would have
Yeah.
been that now what 5-5, and then the Battlehawks would be 6-4. I guess not enough, but hey, they're still within with the range. Oh yeah, and if they beat Michigan, that would be 6-4, and then we would be now trying to figure out who will be the tiebreaker. What would be the tiebreaker? Which would probably be Arlington, since again they
Mhm.
swept the Battlehawks if that scenario. So
Yeah, but I don't know. Like Renegades was a team that just could not find Renegades was a team that just could not find like the finishing blow. Oh,
yeah,
be intercepted. Benefit Showboats
and
intercepted. This
Reeds
is
and that
Quentin
wow,
Meeks.
trying
He's
to
gonna
go
get
for
down at the 49. Oh my
was
goodness.
trying to go for a deep ball, but yeah. But I agree with
Quentin
Cam
Meeks.
DeBall with yeah, I agree with Cam DeBall with Houston there, because honestly, Houston had so much potential going into the season. I had them going 4-6, but that was really because of their QB situation, and I think everyone kind of figured like we didn't know what was going on, so we just kind of had to break Houston off. But we thought, hey, as long as they had a good control in the offense, this team should have been again another wild card team, but like could have been probably competing with Michigan for the next spot again. Like there were some games they could have won, like last week versus the Panthers, but they blew a two score lead. They
Mhm.
they they could have beaten I hate to say it, the Stallions. And that would have been one of the more, and yes, if you want to know how mad it would have been, yeah, no, way up there. But glad we won that game. Uh, finally swept the Roughnecks, but guess what? We still lost to one team. Couldn't get the 10-0, but hey, we're in the playoffs for the top seed.
You would rather
Hey,
lose to a team that is not like you would rather lose to the Brahmas than like any other team.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because like if we're going through the whole season with like everyone versus Birmingham, or everyone wanted Birmingham, here it is. Arlington, we're like, yeah, us as a 4-6 team could be the Stallions because our talent is much more better.
Oh, we could be saying
Oh,
that Houston thinks he could get it back because he stripped the ball out of Meek's hands.
ooh.
That's
So let's
something.
see.
That's
I
something to look.
guess viewing the play, 37 seconds. Oh yeah.
That is something to look.
But yeah, like Arlington, we're like, oh yeah, our talent is so much better than the USFLs that a 4-16 could beat the Stallions. Oh boy, I enjoyed that so much, like on week one, like more than anything. It was just like, and then like y'all could say again, it's like, well, because it's the first half, like the first half, we almost got you. That's only because it's unfamiliarity. Like nobody knew. We don't know what was going to be our strengths and what was going to be the strengths and weaknesses. And guess what? Skip Holtz found out your weaknesses just immediately after the first half. So just, or even before the first half, after that first touchdown by Dion
Mhm.
from Matt Corral to Dion Kane. And then
No,
after that,
Martinez is brilliant. Like I was saying,
yeah.
like after week 3, I was like, Stallions, if you do not start Martinez, you are not going to make it to the playoffs. You're not going to be as good as you were for the past 2 years.
Like,
Start
well, maybe the playoffs, but
Martinez.
not.
But not going to be as strong.
Yeah.
But with Martinez, like you need to, because that's the beauty of the Stallions is because those dual threat quarterbacks, like think about it, Jamar Smith, Alex Magoo, and
Alex
you have Adrian
Magoo.
Martinez from the mix,
Well,
and
Jamar Smith
they're just awesome.
was more of a pocket passer, but if he had to run, he needed to.
Yeah, he
While at
needed
least
to, and that's
Martinez,
great.
while Martinez and at least Magoo, they're like, hey, we could expand the offense since we're able to use our legs as much as more. Matt Corral again is more the he's more the standard pocket passer again, kind of like Jamar Smith. Like if he needs to run, if he needs to, but Matt Corral just couldn't, like, okay, like he wasn't playing horrible,
He
but
wasn't
you
horrible,
wouldn't
but
you could
yeah,
tell that there was a major difference when both QBs were on the field. Like you can tell
yes, there's a
who
big
was able to
difference.
extend who were able to extend the plays a little bit more than the other. And I
Yeah,
think
like
after week 5, I think Skip Holtz were like, all right, we found our QB for the rest of the season.
because they had Corral. Like if you watch like the defenders versus Stallions, like the Stallions only won barely, and the defenders, like there were a time that they were all over him. Like they were all over
Yeah.
him, like tackling him near the line of scrimmage. Like they were all over him. But again, it wasn't enough to get you guys to beat my team. But it was still
Yeah.
a great game. It was still a
Still a
great
great
game.
game.
But it
Heart attack.
was
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, you see a big difference between Corral and Martinez. Like I prefer Martinez all day, every day
Yeah.
on the
Even going to
Stallions.
this playoffs, yes, Martinez has been looking off, but I'd rather still take
Yeah,
the hot
but
hand still.
you are up against a really elite Michigan Panther defense.
And it might, and
They
not
gotta
only
get ready
that,
for
let's
round 3 of it.
round 3, and then not only because look at this, look at the Stallions for the past for these next, or the past 2 weeks, and then going to next week. So we had last week, or sorry, week 8, we played against the Roughnecks, but
It was close.
Martinez, Martinez found a way to like get the plays. Like that was peak MVP right there. Then week 9, just the Brahmas kind of, like, I'll say this. I'll give props to the Brahmas for kind of exposing for flaws than whatever from what any team has shown. I'll give it to the
Yes.
Brahmas that. Their defense is a great one, and I kind of knew going to this game was like, all right, this is going to be a very tough game than probably what I expected back in the off season, where I thought the Brahmas were going to be one of the lower teams, but
Mhm.
But the defense, by God, they found a way to take down Martinez, and they did. And even then, we tried to. Even then, I felt like we could have probably put in more effort in the run. But yeah, and then yes,
But
and then
even
the only thing I
then,
will say,
like,
yeah,
but even
yeah,
then,
but
because the
also,
problem is that the best linebackers, like three, like I mentioned in my video, three of the top 10 linebackers and tacklers, those were Brahmas. They
yeah,
were Brahmas. It's crazy. They're that good.
but the only thing that the only thing I will say that's right now making our right now we're having a difference is our new defensive coordinator, because if anyone doesn't know, John Chavis is oh,
Why would they do that? Oh god, that
what
was
a
a bad call.
sack.
That what? Not even a sack. It was just a
Oh,
bad
a
play
clobber.
design.
It was just a clobber. That was just
It
a
was a clobber. They're trying to do a shot. They try to get Davis, like David Davis, a shot pass, but
dude. I
man,
really
that
want to
was
see
pathetic.
what
Number two
that
on
that
the
was bad. That
number
no,
two was
they
reading
did.
him at the
Oh
hook.
wow, that was bad.
Christopher Davis. He's like, hey,
Does anyone else want John DeVlebo to get another chance in the show? I do think he will get another chance in 2025 if the
oh, that's
Showboats
almost
are
that
still.
bad.
Oh man, all right. This is gonna be a very
Oh
defensive
my
game
goodness.
right here.
I'm keep getting like
Sing.
notifications. I'm getting notifications on X about the Commanders released Brandon McManus because of the lawsuit that's going on with him.
Oh wow. So
Rip
wonder.
Brandon
Oh
McManus.
oh
And because of that
oh.
lawsuit, there's also been potential for a violation of like alcohol policy for the Jaguars. So Jaguars could potentially lose
Ooh
picks. Oof.
ooh.
That's a big L for Jacksonville.
But all right. But here it
They're
is.
gonna
Although
run
it's
to
bad for
10,
Brandon
Justin
McManus,
Hall.
what's just all
Justin Hall
trying to do
still
some
goes
jokes?
his
Okay,
way.
okay. All right, you got
Still
himself
goes
a
his
pretty
way
good
to the
game from.
27.
All right, better than what could have been probably like on the 10 or 15 yard line. So
Yeah.
all right,
Oh,
but you
did
know what?
you see my most recent video about
Not
when
yet. It's the 80s USFL, right? So
yes, that's what it is. Did you see my tweet? Like, can you guess like what it possibly be?
no, unfortunately, did not. But I mean, I saw in the YouTube community tab though. So
Yeah.
uh, but I think that was like after the video. So I was like, oh well.
Yeah, no, this is like one of the most insane stories. I'm like halfway through with football for a buck, and like already got all the information I needed with my most recent video. Like I don't want to spoil all the details for you, but like
Yeah.
if you have a chance, oh my goodness, dude, you're in for a ride. You are in for a ride. Like the 80s USFL, it was something.
Hmm.
It was something. Right now I'm at the part of the book. Let me see. Let's see here. I'm at the part of the book where we're when the league is like be this is where they were talking about, I believe they were talking about the talk about the franchise of the Pittsburgh Maulers and how they were so terrible they didn't even return even after being an expensive franchise in 1984. And
Hmm.
then and yeah, that's pretty much where that is. And then we're going like concluding it, and that's where like the league kind of falls down because when Donald Trump when he owned the Generals, he had an idea of trying to shift the USFL to the fall instead of being kept in the spring, pretty much ruining the David Dixon's like idea
Yeah.
of spring football, the Dixon plan.
Hmm.
Hey, Anthony Becht. Good job for sweeping the defenders. I will give him that.
Oh, whatever. At
But hey,
least,
it's bound to happen.
hey, well, for me right now, I'm currently just wanting to face the Brahmas in the championship more than the Battlehawks at the moment
All right.
for
Which
obvious
team will
reasons.
give me a less probability of a heart attack? I got my pills right here ready.
Hey, no, both game, no. The next 2 weeks, yes, I'm saying the next 2 weeks
Justin
are
Hall
gonna be
open,
something.
and he's gonna get down to the
Oh
45.
man,
Justin Hall's been really good.
yeah,
He's been
Nolan
catching
Henderson's.
passes.
Nolan Henderson's been just looking for him. He's just like, all right, Justin Hall's down here somewhere.
Three catches for 42 yards for Justin Hall.
Yeah, one of them could have been a touchdown, but sadly got reversed.
Reversed, indeed. Luis Perez is the only quarterback to pass for 2,000 yards,
Yeah,
and he has the
man,
most touchdowns.
talk about
And
Luis Perez. What?
unfortunately, Jordan Tamu has thrown the most interceptions. But even
Oof.
after that 3 interception game against the Battlehawks in Week 5, he was still tied with Dormady with the most interceptions.
Hmm.
Rip.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It was
flag on the play.
it was a rip. Martinez has the most rushing yards,
Yep.
and when you talk about running backs, Jacob Sailors for
I mean, yeah,
68.
Jacob Sailors was emerging this season. It was trying to
He
be
was
Wayne Gallman, but Jacob Sailors
Or
took
Mateo
off.
Duran. Remember, Mateo Duran had a
Oh yeah.
100-yard rushing game against the Renegades, but then he got
Oh
hurt,
yeah.
and Jacob Sailors merged in. Sailors is hard to tackle. He's so hard
Yeah.
to tackle.
No. He's made out of grease. That man somehow like
He's
has
the
to have
grease.
butter.
He's the grease deaf guy for
No,
Family Guy.
definitely. Mm. That's what I thought about Mahomes in the AFC Championship game versus the Titans that one play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Noah Anderson. Oh,
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 trying to put it back. Oh,
oh,
almost. Could have been a turnover. What? Could have been ugly there.
Hey, like these snacks. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
This is the Tank Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
Man, there's at times I wish the first pick was just like someone had to lose and it would have been like Houston's taking correctly, but no.
No, it's not the
Memphis
case.
Memphis is actually
It's
doing
not the case.
things. Memphis is doing things to actually get the number one pick.
I think
We
we have
cannot
another
say
timeout.
the Houston Roughnecks are actually tanking the right way.
It is freaking hilarious.
Or maybe they are. Maybe they're looking at the Houston Texans playbook of how to get a franchise QB with the number 2 pick.
I don't know, man. Braylon Speaks is not. It leads the league in sacks. He has 9.5.
Yeah, might be defensive player of the year. If not, maybe Kai
Yes,
Nakua, maybe DeAndre Tillman. There's a lot of players you could say for
good
defensive
amount of
players.
players. Braylon
Like,
Speaks also has the most tackles for loss with 13.
yeah, this is going to be a very interesting defensive player of the year. I wouldn't be
I say
mad if
Speaks.
Zero Speaks, but I think because Ginda's gone, so I mean Ginda's out, so you kind of
That shoulder injury cost him the season.
yeah.
But Breland Speaks, man, he was
I'm
consistent.
kinda, no.
He was one of the league leading sackers in the USFL last year, and he's continuing to do so this year.
Yeah.
He is the man. I love Breland Speaks. Play
So
action, throwing down the middle,
here we go.
incompletely third
And
20.
yeah.
It'll be third
But
and 20.
yeah, that
Hey, what's up,
but
Sports Talk? How you doing?
so John, how you doing? But anyways, Luis Perez, this is potentially his final game, like at least in spring league, because I guess he's saying that if he doesn't if he doesn't get to an NFL roster, then that's he's calling it quits after the season. So
Really? Oh, wow.
yeah, that's why his last game, potentially his last game as not only a Renegade but as a spring league player, Lace took the win in a classic Jordan Teamu versus Perez.
Those are good games.
8 meetups in total in their history.
Tamu
2020.
leads the series 5-3, but you got to remember,
Yeah,
there's one thing that
Perez.
Perez has that Tamu doesn't.
Tom
It's a ring.
doesn't, and that's
It's
a
a
ring.
ring.
Yeah.
It's a ring.
Tiamu and Perez met in 2020 in the XFL 2.0 iteration. They met
That's right.
in
Perez was he was a guardian, right?
yeah, Perez was a
Perez was a
guardian,
guardian. Tamu
and
was a battle hawk.
yep, and then they met again in 2022. Tiamu was a bandit and Perez was a general. Then they met in
Mm-hmm.
2023, not only once, not only twice, not only 3 times, but 4 times. Half the meetups were in one season. 2023, the both times were in the Vegas Vipers, and obviously when he got traded, Luis Perez got traded to the Arlington Renegades, and then eventually, we saw what happened in
Mm-hmm.
on May 13th, 2023. And then now this season they split the series. But although Teamo has the record, but Perez will at least immortalize himself in spring football history with that XFL championship ring. Even though I feel like he got robbed of a ceremony. I will say that for sure. No, because it's like, okay. My beef with it is like week one. You're supposed to be the XFL champs. A team you got you were hosting. You got the opportunity to host the first ever UFL game, right? I'm not even saying, oh, let's just show the rings. Do something.
That
Like
was
they could have
pathetic.
done like maybe a little banner. I didn't even see no banner in like like I'm just saying, I'm not even a Renegades fan, and somehow it bothers me in some way where it's like they did not do a championship ceremony at home, your home opener. And I felt like that's what happened. I honestly think that's what happened. That's why their season got cursed because of no championship ceremony. Because when you went to UFL week 3, guess who was celebrating their championship despite the merge? The Birmingham Stallions. They were still celebrating their 2023. They were celebrating their 2023 USFL championship ring. They went all out. They brought in Alex Magoo. But no, I don't even know why. I don't know why it should really fully bother me. I guess it's just more of the player
It's more
recognition. Just
preparedness. I think that's what it is. It's like Renegades did not prepare. As simple as that.
and I guess just like the lack of recognition is just like, oh yeah, here's your rings, and it's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
it, and it's like that's it, and it's just like,
It's crazy. Oh man, like this is lack of preparedness. Like this is like arena football level of madness.
oh, I was thinking Sean Taylor Washington football team type of preparedness, but honestly, I'll say that the Arlington Renegades had more dignity than that
Yeah.
jersey retirement because they did not put anyone's families of a photo behind the porta potties.
Oh yeah,
They
that's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
You didn't have TikTok Mahomes dancing on that square.
You didn't have the doll. You didn't have whatever the heck you call them, a friggin' statue. Like heck,
Oh, the
when the Eagles,
statue.
when
I
the
think that was the
Eagles,
year after, and it was just like a basic like mannequin, like that was just like
it was
a
just a
wired
mannequin. It's not
mannequin.
even a statue. It's just a plain mannequin. And heck, like a year after, heck, even the Eagles had Nick Foles and Doug Peterson a statue of them for the Philly special. Like the Eagles were more prepared than that. Like that's ridiculous.
The Eagles had a bear ceremony for one Super Bowl than Sean Taylor's career.
Like what?
Oh, we're on ABC again next week. We're on the ESPN broadcast next week.
You got
Great.
your prescriptions ready?
No, no, I'm just prepared for the madness. I'm prepared for the method of madness. And again,
See,
another loss for tackle.
see,
Another loss.
I don't go by your route. Like while your route is like you try to stay calm, my tactic just just deal with it. Like I know it's gonna happen. I'm just ready for it.
Yeah, even though in the inside I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh no, oh no. On the inside, I'm just like, dude,
No,
every week.
just
But
luck, then back,
last week
focus
was on
right.
Seattle level of was on Seattle level right there. Like
First down for the
luckily
Showboats.
Jake Bates got blinded by by a shirtless pyramid. So he got blinded by the beauty of it. So that's why he missed it. And that's why I'm kind of calling him a dome merchant right now.
A dome merchant. I love that.
Because it's like he missed 5 field goals. One of them was indoors, but the rest of them are outdoor
Outdoors.
field goals. So it's like let's say the Lions do sign him. I know 9 games he's going to be at least 9 games guaranteed he's indoors. And then uh who else he's playing? The Niners. I think that's at San Francisco. Yeah, he's playing the Cardinals. That's 10 now. He's playing they're playing the AFC uh who they're playing? The AFC North? No.
Which
South.
team?
They're playing the AFC South. And
Which team?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's the Tex I well, I either way, if it's um I'm trying to think. I know. Okay, Thanksgiving 2020, it was at Detroit, so it'll be at Houston, so make it 11. So I just completely forgot Titans. Did they play him at Detroit? Or did they play him at Tennessee? Trying to
In 2020?
2020, yeah, like
It was Tennessee.
it
Between
was
the
at
Titans and
Tennessee.
between the Titans and Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at Tennessee. It's
So
at Tennessee. Because that's when Derrick Henry used his signature stiff arm move, like he did on Josh Norman.
all right, so Titans will be going to Detroit this season. All right, so who's the other road team then? Colts. I think it was at Detroit. I think it was at Detroit.
Regardless of dome, but I'm not sure.
Either
You
way,
only keep track of my team.
yeah, but either way, like this is fourth and 2 right now, bringing in the punt team, or is it? Or is it no, not the punt team. Jake,
Cam.
yeah, bro.
Cam
I don't
said,
know if
"Bro,
this
I don't
game is
know if
just
this
snooze
game is
fest
just
or I'm just
snooze fest
tired.
or I'm just tired of."
No,
Yeah,
this game. The Tank Bowl is
it's a
kind of. I
snooze
mean,
fest.
this is what it. It's just the Tank Bowl. That's just what it is. I mean, you're either gonna get the Bengals versus Dolphins Tank Bowl, or you're gonna get the Dolphins versus Washington Redskins 2019 Tank Bowl.
Or you could get the well, I can't really say it, but you could get the Jets versus Rams Tank Bowl.
The Jets versus Rams Tank Bowl.
Well, not their Tank Bowl, but when the Rams were like 9-5, but the Jets all of a sudden win and
The Jets
you're
won
just
their
like,
first
hey,
game.
yeah, God,
I mean,
2020.
no, that's the Renegades there, and then that's the Renegades.
Yeah, yeah. God, that year was a disaster. I wish not to go back there again.
Hey, Adam Gase is gone now, man. Adam Gase is gone.
Oh my God. But even then, we are still.
I mean, 4-13, 7-10, 7-10. So that is a 18
18. So,
and
hold on.
33, 18 and 33.
Yep. Still.
And the only way to go at least above, the only way to go like above, in order for Robert Saleh to get his head coaching record above 500 is he needs to go six. He needs to go basically undefeated, or at least 16. He at least no. He will need to win 16 straight games in order to go 34-33. But
15. But yeah,
but
he ain't having him.
yeah. Unless Aaron Rodgers somehow founds like the ultimate fountain of youth, and then just somehow plays like
Unless he found a cure of tearing Achilles.
yeah, unless he find a way to beat medical science. I don't know.
Here's the Jets. Just have low expectations on that team. That's all I can say about them.
But week 13, we got a game.
Yeah. I highly doubt that's going to be covering my area. I highly doubt it. Class of 2024 superlative.
Adrian Martinez most likely to succeed. Yep. Most athletic Hakeem Butler. Most clutch Jake Bates. Class clown Brad Wing. Best dressed Cole Schneider. Yup. Best answer Trey Quinn.
Best hair Sal Canella. Most school spirited
Right.
St. Louis.
Okay, yeah, I'll agree with
Favorite
that.
teacher Wade Phillips. Oh, Battlehawk fans are awesome. I love the Battlehawks.
We gotta do awards soon. We gotta do award predictions soon. I think I know who's. I think my MVP offensive player of the year are locks right now. I think I got my locks for them.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fumble.
Mark Thompson. Oh, and Houston recovers.
He got roughed up. Oh my gosh. You did not see the guy come from behind. Holy moly.
But did he get roughed up in the neck? Because otherwise that would be a rough neck. Oh, okay, that might be a rough neck. I don't care. I don't care if I made terrible puns.
I hate you so much with that. It was stupid. I did not see that coming.
You say you rough him up, and I saw a window of opportunity, and yes.
That was good. I will give you that one. That was good. Yeah, Mark Thomas just got, my goodness.
So, are you planning to do a UFL skit post regular season?
Me? I mean, yeah. Not really, because I had to work. I had to keep working, and over coming up weekend, I had to go. Me and my girlfriend, we are going to visit some family. Visiting family, so I'll be watching the UFL playoffs, of course, and then I'll try to, and then I'm gonna around June 16th. I'm gonna try and stream the UFL championship game. Excuse me.
Yeah, what time is that game again?
I think it's
2 p.m. Pacific.
I think it's
5. Oh no!
And that's a big for Kirk Merritt. Look at his speed. Here goes Merritt.
Wow, he's going for it. Going for the game. Is he?
And he's gonna get down.
There you go. 30 and 3. Yup.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Kirk Merritt with the game.
Kirk Merritt. Oh my goodness. He just got around. He was too quick. He was too quick. Oh my. I had to do the needle too. First and 10 now to 23.
Yep.
First, Thompson. Oh, with the spin move.
No, Merritt. It's Merritt.
That's Merritt, not Thompson? Oh, wow. Yeah. My goodness. Running backs coming out to play now?
Yeah. To
What do
be
you see?
honest, Adrian Martinez didn't win the MVP trophy these past 2 weeks. To be honest, you could make the case for someone like Breland speaks for MVP.
True.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's tough because I mean, there's also Hakeem Butler. You can make an argument for. I mean, AJ lost it after the injury.
Yeah, it was lost after he got injured against the Stallions.
And then you who else? I mean, Jake Bates was probably in for the running, but I think after his key misses, it's
Mm-hmm.
no, it's out of the picture. So it might be
Special teams player
Butler.
of the year. Please be Chris Rowland.
Yeah.
Please be Chris Rowland. He
Is
was
there Chris
phenomenal.
Rowland, Matt McCrane, or Jake Bates? It's going to be one of those three.
Jake Bates. Probably Jake Bates, but I would love it if it was Rowland.
Yeah.
Rowland had a heck of a season this year.
Coach of the year is going to be interesting because
I say Wade Phillips.
it's an interesting one because like how are we treating this award because if we're thinking about like NFL honors, right? We're not treat because the NFL honors doesn't treat it as much as like, oh, the best team with the best record. Well, sometimes, but not all the time though.
Yeah.
But
I would say Wade Phillips.
and then but we're mainly treating it as like a team as like a coach who had like a great first season or was
So
that
close.
complete? No.
So
Oh,
close. Meeks in coverage.
wow. Wow. But what was I with coach? Yeah. So, like, are we treating it like the NFL honors way? Or are we treating it like, oh, we're going best coach overall? I mean, the first season you go for like best coach overall, right? Like you go best coach
Mm-hmm.
overall. But in this situation, uh I feel like it's because I think we're kind of going to the NFL honors route probably. So it's
Mm-hmm.
probably if we're going into the sense of zero between Wade Phillips or Mike Nolan.
Yeah. I'm thinking Wade Phillips and Mike Nolan. Coach of the year has really just gone to best new coach.
Yeah, that is kind of true to an extent, but or it goes to like coach who has actually gone through adversity, like Kevin Stefanski or Mike
Dan
Vrabel.
Campbell.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel. Remember 2021, where every time was just like was injured every week, but somehow
That
managed to
was
get
great for
12-5.
Vrabel, though, for keeping them pushing. That was great.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, if it wasn't for the Jags' resurgence, the Titans probably would have won that division.
Yeah.
If we're all being honest, the Titans would probably won that division, might even with an 8-9 record. If we're
Mm-hmm.
being like kind of completely honest to ourselves.
Nolan Henderson, 133 passing yards.
Yeah, but here we go. So what down are we on? Second? Okay, second and goal. I thought for some reason it was like fourth down in my head, but 2-minute warning now. 3-0. The Showboats still having the lead. I mean, it's a very defensive game right now, um, but overall, I mean, both defenses are showing up. But Memphis just has that one lead thanks to the early field goal in the first drive. But Houston could have had a field goal too, but they decided to go for on fourth. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think this time I believe Houston, if they don't convert the next two stops, I believe they should go for a field goal to tie the game.
Yeah, at least a field goal. Like, get your guaranteed points.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess speaking of, coach of the year, not only for the UFL, who would be like this year's NFL coach of the year candidates? There's some interesting ones probably. I think we got Mike McDonald. Yes, I know y'all could say Seattle bias, but there's potential.
Boom.
There's some good
Boom.
reasoning behind that. There's some good reasoning. Honestly, Mike Tomlin should at least won some of these coach of the years because for the amount of the rosters he has, you got to be impressed by somehow, some way, somehow getting these teams at least 500 or above. Like there has to be at least a year where Mike Tomlin wins it because I mean I felt like last year and even 2022 or no 2021 felt like could have been those years he should have won Coach of the Year just because he somehow led a old Ben Roethlisberger to the playoffs, or somehow got somehow with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, Mitchell Trubisky to a 10-7 season.
You know who could also be Coach of the Year if things go well? Matt
Who?
Eberflus.
Matt Eberflus, he's either a hot seat candidate or a Coach of the Year candidate, no in between. That's the insanity of him right now, because it's like, okay, I respect him as a defensive minded head coach, defensive minded, definitely for sure takes the reins, but he still needs to focus on offense. He needs to find a way to get the offense finally clicking. Like, he doesn't have no excuse. He doesn't have Getsy anymore. He doesn't have Fields to be like, oh, he doesn't know how to run my offense or something like that. It's now time for Eberflus to
Henderson's
show off
running.
now.
He's trying to run.
Henderson running, trying to scramble, and he got for a gain of few. Right now, 3rd and goal. But I will say, next season, I do expect some coaching changes going into the UFL. I do expect it. Either because coaches decide to take a different coaching job or just retire or whatever. I feel like there's going to be something.
Something. One, two is
I'm
right.
saying
Anderson. Looking for
Anderson,
somebody.
and so
He's going to throw it to the end zone at least. Incomplete. Only 4th and goal now.
And take your points. It's a minute 11 now. Take your points. A flag. Oh, who is it on?
Well, that false alarm. No foul.
Oh, so just take the points now. Yeah, they should just take the points. They don't go for it.
I would.
Don't go for it. Wait, you would or you wouldn't?
I would. Can you not hear the English language I'm speaking?
Okay. Just gotta make sure. Just double checking. 4th and goal. All right. It looks like they're going for the kick. They're going for the points.
This should be a chip shot.
25-yard attempt. And the kick is good. All right, barely made the passed the
have a tie game.
Finally at 3-3. 3-3. Who's gonna blow it? Who's gonna blow it?
So Houston gets the ball in the second half, and John DeFilippo, he's the flipping out. He is the flipping out.
All right. Here's how I'm predicting the coachings. My takes for each of the head coach positions going into 2025. Here it is. I think Curtis gone. Curtis is gone. Yeah. DeFilippo, I think he gets one more year because you still have. I feel like they need to get a good O-line. I think that's just kind of probably change a bit of the change a bit of the roster. So I think it's just they're gonna give him one more shot. I feel like they're gonna give him one more shot.
I think so
because
too.
they I think they're just trying to think of because they saw compared to Todd Haley, John DeFilippo is probably still a better head coach. So
yeah. Does anybody know what the Flippo is complaining at?
And complaining
I
about.
have no idea, to be honest.
I don't know. Was it about the flag? Like what?
Something like
Oh, now
that.
speaking of
I have
flag.
no idea.
Oh, now they're talking about the Brahmas 7-3 this
Mhm.
season.
Oh, well, yeah,
Last season 3-7.
Two of the losses were against St. Louis.
Number one scoring defense and most sacks in UFL. All right.
Injured his wrist again.
Garbers.
Golly.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what his status is going to be going into next week. So we might see Dormady in the conference championship game.
Yeah.
So who knows? Uh, who else? Skip Holtz. I think he's still staying. I mean, I think someone offered him a coaching job this past off season, or if he did say he was going to stay in Birmingham. So I think he probably stays another season. I just don't know what's going to happen with his assistants. We'll see from there.
Yeah.
Um,
We have a
and
minute
then
left.
who?
Right at the
Mike
50.
Nolan. I think Mike Nolan staying. I have not heard of him like saying anything like about moving or any rumors.
Ooh,
Oh, we got a
gain of
complete pass, and they're in
15.
field goal, and they're in field goal range now.
Sage Surratt.
Mm-hmm.
Gain of 15 to the 35.
Yeah. Do you
There
think
you
Mike
go.
Nolan stays? I think he stays in our season.
I think he's staying.
I mean, like they're there. I mean, even if they lose next week or in the championship, like I think he's like, no, we're there. Like we just gotta, we just gotta execute or something. Like even if they lose, like in the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs, I think he knows, like, hey, we're there. Like we're on the edge.
Yeah.
Um, I think they just gotta find out their QB situation because EJ Perry has moments, but it doesn't look like. But he hasn't really looked like the QB of the future. I mean, Danny Elling has shown something, so I'll give him that.
Quarterback's the
So this is
weakest position for Michigan.
and then Bryce Perkins. I'm not sure what he's gonna do because I mean he just got in signed in pretty late into the season. So I think it's gonna be his choice at this point. So
Yeah.
and then you have Brian Lewerk. So I'm not. And then that one's going to be pretty 50-50. So it's going to be very interesting for the QB position and for Michigan next for this upcoming offseason.
Definitely.
Um, then in the
It's
XFL side of things, do you think Bob Soup stays?
he's tricky. He's
It's
tricky.
like either maybe they'll fire him or he just leaves or like he stays. If this could be one of those three, like there's because it's just kind of hard to gauge because it's like they're looking at it like, oh, well, we're still, I mean, like they could still do something, but at the same time it's just this past season is just kind of makes everything iffy. Even last
Yeah.
season where you're barely 4-6 and glad you won the championship, but you were still 4-6, so it's still kind of in that sus category. Regular season record of 7-13, so
Mm-hmm.
even
So
with
for
the play, yeah, even with the playoffs, you could that's what 9-13 in total as a Arlington Renegades head coach. Well, no, actually, if we're
six,
including his
you mean?
XFL, we also have to include his XFL 2020 days as well because he was the head coach there.
Mhm.
So I'm not
I
sure what
believe the
this.
Renegades was 3-2 that season.
So what that would be what 12 and so we 13, 12 and 15. So that's still a
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe.
so it's kind of tricky because I think it'll
It's
probably be
tricky.
morally up to him.
What he wants to do. Yeah, that is up to him.
Yeah, I think, and then Wade Phillips, I feel like he could stay,
He
but
could
I guess
potentially stay.
I think like there's some people saying like he's gonna retire after this season, but I don't see
Maybe,
it.
but
But I feel like if he does, I feel like if he retires, and I believe AJ Smith is probably gonna take control because it's been kind of been somewhat of the I feel like the ideal situation. All right, here we go.
Matt
46
Costa
yard
for a
attempt.
46-yarder.
Here we go. Hopefully to get the
Snap.
lead back.
Kick is up,
And the
and
kid
it is
is
good.
good. All right,
6-3,
6-3.
Memphis.
Showboats are leading the tank bowl. The tank bowl.
Yes, they are. All right, it's halftime, baby.
This game has been just very defensive. That's just
It's more
very.
defensive, but you would say that. But like, I want you to look at like the comparison with these teams, like especially look at that total yardage difference.
Yeah,
That
for
like the
both teams.
Showboats offense not moving
163.
to
And
what to
look at
81.
the pass. Look at the rushing yards from both teams.
The rushing
16,
attack sucks. It sucks.
7. Do it because
It
Houston. Okay, none of these really have great old lines. Like none of them have great old lines. And look at the penalties. 5 penalties for Houston, 55 yards. Yet somehow the Memphis Showboats are only able to score 6 points.
Oh my goodness.
8 first downs. I mean, okay, congrats. 1 for 5. Oh, for 5.
Rip.
And then we
1
know
for 10
the 0 for
combined
1.
on third downs.
Total plays 26. This is a tank bowl. This is
beautified
tank
ball. We freaking love it.
Yes. This game, we said it was going to feed families. It's still feeding families.
Golly.
That's
crazy.
Someone has to win this. Someone has to win this.
I can't believe
I think we know the draft. I think we know the draft needs for Memphis. I don't think we need to discuss the draft needs for Memphis. Houston could go for anyone, honestly. Like O-line, a quarterback, like something. I don't know what will be. They're going for something at college draft.
Well, that's something.
And then Renegades, I don't know. It's barely feeding a homeless kid.
But oh my gosh, this offense, offensively, it's so bad.
Oh man,
it's barely. Oh my goodness, Cam.
This is. I thought this game was honestly going to be more high scoring. I thought this game was going to be somewhat high scoring.
At least, but
no. I thought this game would at least be like 17-17. It's 6-3,
or at least like 10-10. But nope.
No.
What if the Tank Bowl has become like the only regular season overtime game that we're gonna get?
If it does, I'll be happy because at least at least there's a couple instances where we could have gone overtime, but we didn't. So it's just it. I mean, I rather have that because at least it's like we're gonna see how badly they're gonna botch these attempts. I really need Houston to tie this game. I really need this game to be tied. I mean, here's the thing. Nolan Henderson is like, he's not doing a horrible job. That's the thing, too. It's just for the fact they just keep messing up. Curtis Johnson, like Joe Barry on the Green Bay Packers, is a terrorist.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I gotta go on the Discord. I gotta just go through the Discord to see. No one's talking about this game, but
hey, at least we Hey, at least out of the Discord, we're the ones streaming. Cause golly, dude, we are suffering.
We wanted this torture. We're gonna enjoy the torture.
Jeez Louise.
I enjoy art. This is art.
This is the worst offensively game of the year. And of
This
course,
is
it has
beautiful.
to be during the tank ball, shaking my head. And he said to this card, trash game.
I thought I was expecting teams just to mess up horribly. I just wanted teams to like we have gotten that, but I mean I want more of that. I want more of the
Yeah.
like just botch play so bad that at least it's like maybe we get a turnover. And then like okay, at this point the power rankings, what does this even mean at this point?
Whoever loses is number 8, right?
Maybe, but it's like
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like whoever loses gets
they're
number 8.
number 8.
They're number 8. All right. All right. Here's what I want you to do. Okay? Just to waste time. But first, I want to make sure that these advertisements are out of my gosh dang way.
All right.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Or
I was going to stream, but nobody wants to co-stream with me. Yeah.
all right.
I mean,
Here
if
we
you
go.
want to be a guest, go ahead, man. If you want, just let me know. Just let me know. If you want to come in, let me know.
Yeah, if you want to come, if you guys want to come join us, we'll just tell us, and we'll send you an invite. All right.
Just let me know
Ready?
through the chat.
I want to see if I'm gonna put your knowledge to the test.
Oh man, here we go.
All right. I want you to see if you can name
every team
that is on here
that existed.
So you have the Alliance American Football, the USFL in the 80s, the USFL in the modern day, the 2001 US XFL, and the 2020 XFL. Yes, there is no 2023 XFL, so no San Antonio Roughnecks.
All right, I think I'm gonna have a tough time with the XFL 2001. I would love to give me a.
I got 50-50.
Right, let me know.
I got 50 out of 50. So I'm gonna see if you can tell me the teams, and then I'll just type it in.
All right. I'll kind of start. Yeah.
All right, ready, set, go.
All right, XFL 2020. Give me the Dallas Renegades. You put Dalla.
Dalla.
All right, give me the Houston Roughnecks, obviously. The GOATs, PJ Walker days. Good times. Give me the New York Guardians. You gotta give me you gotta give me them St. Louis Battlehawks. You gotta give me them St. Louis Battlehawks. Then obviously I gotta go shields up. Before feeding the sake, we got the DC Defenders. This is the pre-Snake days.
But even then, there were a couple scenes that they had the snake.
Yeah. All right. So we're now what 5 out of 8 for this one.
5 out of 8.
All right. So all right. Give me them Tampa Bay Vipers. Give me them Tampa Bay Vipers. Or
yeah, 9 minutes. By the way.
All right. Give me them Seattle Dragons. They were called Dragons before Sea Dragons. I remember that. The final team's gonna be a pain, isn't it? Because I know it's not San Antonio. LA Wildcats. I was just kind of talking about.
I gotta put in Los Angeles. That's another thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. All right, you got all 2020.
All right. All right. I'll go USFL 2022. Give me the Pittsburgh Maulers. Obviously, I should know this one. Give me the New Jersey Generals. I love how at least we get both of them.
Yes, his are both of them. Yes, you will get both.
Okay, perfect. All right. Give me the Houston Gamblers. Give me the Blobs, the Philly Stars.
Oh, and you're gonna be shocked at this when I put this in. Oh, come on. Look at the 86 one.
Mhm. Oh yeah, Baltimore Stars. Yeah, no, I
Yep.
remember though. I remember that they actually made the championship. But I'm kind of impressed they actually
Yeah.
kept it for both sides. All right. Anyways, give me the so we're at four of them. Give me the New Orleans Breakers. Give me the pre-Showboats, the Tampa Bay Bandits.
Dude, I saw the score. Colts in Texas 2022 was better. All right.
All right. So we're at two more teams. Give me the Michigan Panthers. Why have I not put in them? That's surprising me, but Michigan Panthers.
My real question is how come you did not put your favorite team in first?
Bur- Birmingham Sounds. Yeah, I know. I think saving best for last. Best for best for last. Best for last.
Hey, that's how you look at it. All right. All
All
right. Where are
right.
you going?
All right. So I gotta go USFL 2022. Give me the Denver Gold.
The Denver Gold. Yeah.
That was a nice pool. Give me the Chicago Blitz. Chicago Blitz. Chicago
Yep.
Blitz.
Hey, you were paying attention.
Yeah. I was looking at the USFL in the '80s, so at least I was trying my best. I'm trying my best here. So,
Yeah.
all right. For XFL 2001, I just because I remember they were in the finals. LA Extreme,
LA. But here's the thing though. They're not it's
Los
not your
Angeles.
typical
You have to write
spelling.
Los Angeles. Yeah, yeah. The X. You just spell with only
It's the
with
X.
the X first, not the E. The Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Um. All right. I know there was like a ton
Think
of
about my
teams in
helmet
the
collection. I will give you
and
that. Think about my helmet collection.
helmet collection. Oh, Oakland Invaders. Oakland Invaders.
Yep.
Again, I've been trying to push that team.
You're over
Uh,
halfway. Good job.
are we going Portland Breakers? Did they count it? Oh, they already did. They already did. Okay.
Yes.
They
So
counted the Portland
there
Breakers
are
and
So that's the thing. So
okay.
they will have to So Portland Breakers. Yeah. So if it's Breakers, then they'll just put down what was the most recent city.
So Boston is part of the Breakers. That one. All right. So
Yes.
all right. Okay, then I gotta think this one. I feel like because again, a lot of I should
I
be
do have
paying
a
attention a
pennant
lot
flag
more.
of one of the teams.
Uh, hmm. I'm trying to think. Invaders, Denver. I'm Mozzie trying to like break down.
Yeah.
Uh, I mentioned the Generals already. Were there a team called the Enforcers, or am I thinking XFL
There is.
2001?
Yes, there is.
Okay, okay,
I will give you. You know what?
Enforcers.
I will give you that one, and that's the part of the my helmet collection. Chicago
Okay,
Enforcers.
Chicago Enforcers. Okay, okay, that's probably who I'm thinking of. All right, AAF side, give me Johnny Manziel, Memphis Express.
Forgot he wasn't on the Express.
Yeah. Give me the Orlando Apollos.
They were an awesome team.
They were an awesome team. Give me the good Commanders team, the San Antonio Commanders. Mike Riley was coaching that team. We're almost heading to kickoff, so I gotta fin. All right. Uh, give me the Arizona Hotshots, John Wolford.
All right.
Okay. I am probably. Give me the Atlanta Legends. This time, I'm not gonna forget a Birmingham team, Birmingham Iron, Trent Richardson.
I will say there is one more Birmingham team.
And that is it's XFL 2001. I know that's a Birmingham team. I just don't remember their mascot. Uh Okay, two more from the AF side. I know there's
Oh,
s-
okay. I see one of them. Any other one?
oh man, this is
Henderson using his legs. He gets the first down to the 45-40. He gets down to the 40.
what a nice gain. All right. Shoot, I got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I mean, all right, I have 15 teams left. I know one team in the XFL was San Francisco, but I just
Yes, there
don't
is a
remember
team from
their
San
name.
Francisco. They
A
played against
AAF.
the Extreme in the
AF
championship.
was it? Wait, was the AF a East and Western division, or were they a Northern
They're
Southern?
both Western.
Okay.
AAF
So
was
that
both
San Diego
Western.
Fleet, San Diego Fleet. Okay, I'm trying to think all the Western teams like
I feel like
sh-
there. I feel like there
I
is one that is just under your
oh
radar.
Saint Salt Lake City Stallions. Salt Lake
Yeah, the
City
Salt Lake
Stallions.
Stallions.
Yeah.
All right,
All
there
right.
you go.
All right. So I got okay. So now I got
USFL and
13
XFL. You have
teams.
2 minutes.
Oh man, this okay. I think I only have to do the USFL side. All right. So Birmingham, Breakers, Chicago, Denver. Uh, uh, had Boston never had only had the Breakers, right? Just the
Yes.
all right. I'm trying to think. Florida, right? Jacksonville Bulls. The Jacksonville Bulls.
Oh wow, I'm surprised you because when I did that, I completely forgot about the Jacksonville Bulls.
The
Well,
only
there is
reason.
one more. There is one more Florida team.
Okay, so I got Tampa, I got Jacksonville. Miami never had a team, right?
No.
Miami was it Orlando? Was an Orlando team? That's the only one
Yes,
I
it's
could.
an Orlando
Uh,
team. But they were a previous one team.
okay, then that's probably the reason why I'm probably not gonna remember as much. Then
But I have typed it in. They typed in the original team, and it does count as that Orlando team.
okay. Uh oh my god, I have 45 seconds left now. I am trying to think like southern. I'm trying to think more in the southern region. Oklahoma never had one, right? It
They
feels like
did.
Oklahoma. They did.
They did.
Okay.
They did. I will give you that.
Ah,
They did.
only thing. Okay, I'm only thinking the cities. Then I'm only able to think the cities. I just can't remember their mascots. That's what's. Uh,
Oh my goodness, there's gonna be some
Ari
that you're
Ari
like, oh
mentioned
my gosh.
the
You
Maniacs,
just want to
Memphis
give up?
Maniacs. Put the Maniacs. Give me the Maniacs for the XFL
Memphis.
at least.
And remember, the X.
Yes, yeah,
All right,
Maniacs.
that's it. That's
My
it.
final team. I got 39 out of 50.
All right, this is what you have.
Who did I
Oh,
miss? All
wait,
right,
hold on. Let me get to the ad real quick.
oh, Outlaws.
Yes, so the Outlaws. Hold on. I'm gonna
Outlaws. What happened?
it's the ads. I'm just trying to get
Oh,
the
okay. So we'll just get rid of the ads.
yeah.
It was the Outlaws. Arizona
It is,
Wranglers. Oh,
yeah.
I
All
missed
right.
the Wranglers. I missed the Outlaws. Oh man,
Why is it doing that? I don't understand. Why is it doing that? Ah,
just
get out of here.
ads.
All right, here we
The
go.
ads are a pain. All right.
Oh, look at the San Antonio in the USFL.
San Antonio. Oh, there was a San Antonio.
Yep. Oh, by the way, the Orlando Renegades, they were before the Renegades, they were the Washington Federals.
Oh, okay. That fall. Okay. That okay.
I have this in my helmet collection. I have this in my helmet collection.
Yeah, it's barely a blur like that. It just looks like a blur to me right now. I'm seeing what I'm seeing on screen,
Then
but
you
I
have a
mean,
Birmingham team,
what was the Birmingham team for the XFL name? I kind of forgot.
the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
Here's all right, but here's a little fact, right? So they used to be they were trying to come up with the Birmingham Blast, but the Birmingham had some history with bombings at churches. So
Oh
they had to
yeah,
scratch that
change the
name,
name.
and then they became the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, but I mean, for what it
So
is, at least I got the
you
At
got
least I got the
good. You did
modern.
good. You almost got you got around the average score.
I just
I'm
yeah
impressed.
I mean I got the modern teams I think for the most part. So like
Yeah.
uh
When I first did that,
LA
I had
Express. I forgot about the LA Express.
the LA Express. Oh, that story is great. The
That is a
Remember Steve Young
Steve
contract?
Young. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, that
goodness.
was. Oh, we got another game by Nolan Henderson for some yards.
But there's a flag on the field. Hey, it's your dad, Mr. Skip Holtz.
That's my spring league Pete Carroll there. All right, I'll send a link to Cam right now.
Is he
He's
coming
gonna
in?
come. He's gonna
Oh,
go in. Yeah,
he's gonna lose his mind.
this is gonna. I'm not sure if he's. Wait, hold on. I think he's technically able to stream on his own. On his own.
Mhm.
Thing if he wants to, but.
I have
Give me a
I have the scoreboard back up.
All right, give me a second then.
Yeah. Try to go back the usual route.
I mean, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun for the half. Yeah.
Yeah. Six to 3, man. I just wish that game was just higher.
Yeah, I thought this game was gonna be. I thought this was
Yeah,
gonna be those fun like tank bowls where it's like, all right,
right. They're at the right outside. The Roughnecks are right outside the red zone.
all right. Send him the link right now. So see if he comes.
He bails.
All right, let me present the. Let me add it to the stage. All right, there we go.
There we go.
All right, we're back.
Get out of here. Oh, you know
We
what
don't
game
care
I've been
about.
playing a lot recently? I've been playing a good amount of X Defiant. I like that game a lot. Going deep for the end zone. Oh, incomplete. Pass intended for
Yikes! All right.
Kiki Chisholm.
Live from his humble abode, rooting for the disappointing Reds. You have Cam the bot.
Hey, my brace.
Don't
Hey
worry,
guys.
don't worry. My team's a disappointing too. I mean, I guess I'm technically would face the Braves. I guess if the season ended today, apparently. So,
Yeah, we've
but
pretty
yeah,
pretty much sucking though. Yeah, we're trying to come back. We just beat the Cubs in our last
you're
series, so
tanking. I mean, you're tanking. That's you're right now.
Man,
This
it's
game, you're
coming
tanking
the
back.
problem the problem though for
Moving his feet.
the Reds though is that for the
Right.
MLB you
Oof,
can't really tank really because
because of the draft lottery.
draft lottery you can't tank, so it's kind of like you have to keep on trying.
Did you guys see the
Yeah,
urinating tree video on the White Sox? The
yeah, I saw his
White Sox
video.
can't have a pick that is higher than 10 because of
Yeah, I
lottery
saw
rules.
that. They can't even
Yeah,
tank right.
if you suck for so long, they basically take you out of like the top 10 of a draft pick lottery. They take you out.
Really? That's the
Yeah,
rule?
that's why the Oakland Athletics have never been good or never really had really good
Kick is
prospects.
up. Oh, doink! We got a doink!
Hold
We
on,
got a
hold on.
doink!
We got a
Doink.
doinky
We
Oh
got
my
a
God.
doink!
for the
We got a
boys. For the
doink.
Cody
boys.
Parkey
Alright,
is
we got a
smiling
doink.
somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it.
Cody
Bro.
Parkey is smiling up there.
Oh my God, Skip Holtz, my father. He is. That
That's
game,
exactly what I just said to the random guy.
he is my father. Bro needs a new
I feel like
freaking
it'd be more my. I feel like it'd be more
he needs,
grandfather than anything.
yeah, literally. I mean, literally, what's funny is though is that his camera looks so bad. It looks like he's playing it off of like one of those
Like
like
a
old
Zoom.
ass
I
phones.
think they barely got off from like the hotel. I think he's like in his like probably like in his place in Arlington. That's probably what's going on.
Probably, I would think. Why don't they just stay in Birmingham?
So okay,
Because they're back to
so back
back.
in the merger, so the merger they decided to make it kind of like a hub style from the XFL where all the teams practice in one city and then they fly to their fly to their cities for the games
Okay, that makes
in
sense.
order
Okay.
to, I guess, just to make it like less cost effective apparently.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get that.
that's why they're going on. Yeah.
I just wish that they would stay because they could probably do some local marketing by just having the guys around and all that. Just
Mhm.
bring around town and all
I
that would help
Yeah, I remember
for this
Birmingham
game.
doing that a lot, especially with especially Bo Scarborough when he was on the team. He was promoting the Stallions like all over. Like they were trying to be more of a community based team right there during their time. I mean, like all the other USFL teams were doing it too, but I think that I think just this season since they're all in Arlington, they really can't really do that much unless they're doing like charities like in Arlington or like food drives. So it's just I don't know. I mean, hopefully this upcoming off season, we kind of like bring everyone back to their original stadiums to practice. So
Yeah, that'd be nice. But I mean, I was just looking at the tickets.
yeah.
None of these sections have been really been bought yet. I'm kind of sad.
For which game? Wait, for
For
which game?
it's the Stallions game. Not like it's still
For the
they're still
USFL
filling.
conference game?
Yeah, it's still like there's like no section that's not sold out yet.
Hey, man.
I'm kind of nervous. I'm getting kind of nervous then because the attendance last week was pretty was kind of bad for Stallions terms.
Yeah,
Seven
it
grand,
was.
7K, and you know, I thought it was just because okay, everyone knows that this game doesn't really have like a true matter in the grand scheme of things. It's not like they're fighting for a home spot or something. So it's like
Mhm.
they knew this game was gonna be at Birmingham. So I thought maybe hopefully throughout the coming weeks we get more people to come watch the game because I think the biggest game we so far had for a crowd was the Battlehawks game because that was
Yeah.
Mhm.
The AJ McCarron homecoming game. So and obviously the potential game of the year. So that too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
I'm gonna
But
use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back.
all right,
Hey
bet.
Cam, I showed just a random guy this, but I went to a local store and I got a Jet signed helmet.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Who's it signed by?
Coney Ely. He was a defensive tackle for the Jets.
Okay.
He's not like a superstar player, but he got an
Yeah.
interception off of Peyton Manning in Super Bowl 50, and
Okay.
he got that interception on the Jaguars in 2017. Not a big
Okay.
superstar or
Yep.
anything, but
Yeah.
he was like one of those. It's like one of those players that like
Solid players.
you saw he can make some plays.
Okay, that's cool. That's still dope though, you know.
That's dope.
Anytime you get
I got that
signed,
for 40.
uh was it?
That was 40. It was 40. And I looked up
Wow.
and I tried to look up online, see like how much like other sites are selling, and they're selling it like for like 50 or 60.
Hey,
So
there you go. There you go. Save some money, live better, Walmart, you know. That was a big
dude, those like
concern.
three XFL helmets, like when I went to that same thrift store, those same like XFL helmets, they were 15 a
Are you
piece.
serious?
15 a piece.
All I'm
Hey, I
saying
got
is that
myself hey, it was a really great deal. It was a really good
I
deal.
might have to. I might have to go dip into some Stallions gear. So I might have to do that
And my
this fall.
and then my Washington Federal flag, that was like 10.
Was it really? Damn,
It
that's
was
some cheap
it was
ass shit.
just 10. I saw one for like the Steelers, like talk about like Super Bowl champion Steelers. The pennant flag was like
Are you
$52
serious?
for a pennant flag. I'm like, what?
That's no way. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Oh, that could have been done. That's just insane. But that's what the UFL needs to do. They need they need to start really pushing some merchandise and all that too. This next season, I
They
think that's a big
will. I
deal.
mean, you got to get some stuff off, but like I
Yeah,
said,
there's
slowly but
there's
surely, slowly but
slowly
surely.
but surely. Yeah. I just because I'm trying to buy in some merchandise and everything that they have is like 50, $60 for shirts, and I'm like, well, maybe I just want a flag. What happens if I just want a flag? I don't see no flags for
Yes.
Stallions. I don't know.
Speaking of flag, there is a flag for the Memphis show in the game. What? Uh,
Oh, there's a flag. We got laundry on
yeah.
the field.
I told you, you dingus. And it's
Yeah,
a
I know,
holding on the Roughnecks.
Bruh. Oh my
Rip.
god.
Rip.
That is hilarious. So they're selling a Birmingham Stallions jersey for $85. That's
Hey, that's
insane.
good. Hey, they still have the mini helmets. Like they only have like Stallions, the Panthers, and the Showboats. My
Okay.
girlfriend got me one of the 3 helmets. I said, "Hey, I don't care. Which one do you think will look best?" And then she got me a Panther one.
There you go. There's some nice shirt stuff.
Down the middle, past to the 34, washing down the tugging away coming in the tugboats.
Here we go.
Ah,
You good there, bud?
yeah, we're good. Just pull the
You
Lamar
good?
Jackson. Just pull Lamar, and that's all.
It's okay, but it happens to everyone.
Who
Oh,
was
that's
the NBA?
hilarious.
No, didn't like
Paul Pierce. Paul
Paul Pierce did
Pierce.
that?
But
Yeah.
like
Okay.
they're trying
Did
to
he
like
really?
pretend that it was like an injury. That's why like they sent him off in a wheelchair.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Bro.
god.
Oh,
Speaking
there's
of
a big
things,
run. Darius Victor getting a first down. He gets
I'm
down to
so
the 20.
behind. It wouldn't be a stream if I'm 10 minutes behind y'all.
Hey, the next stream I'll do, it's not going to be a game. Well, actually, probably the XFL conference game, but after
Yeah.
that one, is probably gonna be like uh, a UFL championship preview game, like a preview event.
That's
My
dope.
my next stream will be the UFL championship game.
I'll probably do some red stuff. I've been doing a lot of reds, but I'll probably do some
Speaking
UFL.
of
Um,
I'm doing the UFL game. I know that one of the championship games.
I'll probably finally do a skit. You know, I missed my opportunity week 8 after the Birmingham Stallions swept the Roughnecks, and then missed my
Yeah.
opportunity week 9. But week 10, hopefully maybe I should do it tonight after this game. Hopefully it goes in OT though, but yeah, I'll probably do it tonight just to kind of end the regular season, and then after that, I'll probably do a welcome to the playoffs. Welcome to the
Ain't
playoffs.
no way he caught that. Ain't no way he caught
Wait.
that.
Hold on.
I gotta
He
see
is
that
cheated.
John with the pass.
Very disgusting.
What? What?
Okay, deep pass.
Very disgusting.
I gotta see it.
There's no way 2 feet were in. There's absolutely no way 2 feet were
Bounce?
in.
There's a flag. They're calling it a touchdown, but there's a
We
flag.
have laundry on the field.
No.
Laundry
Pass
alert.
interference on the Roughnecks. Penalty decline. We got a touchdown, folks.
Oh wow, we have a touchdown finally.
There we go. We got a touchdown.
Wood Davis.
We got
We're
a
gonna clap for him.
touchdown.
He
We got to
gets-
clap for him, boys.
Right.
We
One-
gotta clap for him.
Okay. Does he have both feet?
Well,
he stepped
I told you he was out. I told you he was
stepped
out.
But it was
How do you-
close.
One. I see 1 foot right there.
It went to commercial.
1, 2. Yeah, there's definitely 2. There's definitely 1 foot in only. If this was college rules, yeah, that would definitely have been. But he has
Nope,
1 foot
that.
in.
You need the 2 feet.
2 feet. Yep, he's out. So they declined it. So are they gonna accept it now, the PI now, or can they even reverse that now because
That's a
it was
good
incomplete?
question. I mean, their initial calling.
They declined the penalty. They declined it. So technically by rules, you can't switch it up after you've declined it.
But at the same time, that you have to. But they can always overview. Now they'll accept it. Now they're accepting it.
Galaxy did if they're able to switch it up. I mean they will, but like I don't know if that's part of the part of like the handwritten rules. I don't know. Oh, they will
Maybe.
enforce it. Never mind. I don't know. It sounds like it is. I guess I don't know. It feels like it wouldn't be, but I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right,
they
I'm
got
finally
it
back.
down.
Oh, that looks like is that DPI? Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, he was handsy pansy.
Yeah, he was definitely antsy.
But
So at
first
least they'll
and
get a first
goal.
down out of it.
Memphis,
They'll get a first goal.
just please score a touchdown. Memphis score a touchdown, man.
He was handsy pansy.
or someone mess up. All right, and we got a game for a few seconds ago.
Hey,
Uh,
Cam, I think this random guy's getting bored. He's yawning. It's a
I
snooze.
thought
yeah,
this
He's calling it a
game.
snooze
I
fest.
thought
I
this
told you
game
this game
was
was a
gonna be
sleeper.
okay. Okay, I thought this game was gonna be pure art. I thought
It's
this game.
not. It's
I thought this
not.
game was gonna be the defining trait of what Tank Bowl is, but
Hey, guess
no.
what? Screw you, Darius Victor,
Finally,
and we got a
I
touchdown.
think this is.
Darius
I
Victor.
think this is karma. I like to say this is karma for
Making a meme.
praising this, for making a meme out of this game. I like to say this is karma for doing it for my own entertainment.
Hey, but guess what though? We started though. Remember how like we started the Tank Bowl trend out, so everyone started calling it the Tank Bowl. And guess what? Sir Random
I
guy,
mean,
who the
everyone
tank?
knows it's
It was us, or more you than me, but it was you. Yeah, I said that's something at least. At least you got everyone on the UFO media to start believing that for the Tank Bowl, calling it the toilet bowl.
the toilet bowl, the tank bowl, the garbage bowl. We all knew. Like we after Arlington won that game, we all essentially knew Arlington won the game versus St. Louis. We're like, all right, if Houston, as long as Houston and Memphis just does their own thing and mess up, we are good in business. All right,
Mhm.
DC took care of business against the Showboats. We're like, all right, good. But Michigan had us scared for a second there. Michigan actually wanted to believe that Houston was actually a competent team for 3 quarters. But no. Houston does what they always do and choke, and then finally we're here.
We here.
Oh my
12
god.
to 3. 12 to
12
3.
to
There's
3.
still
Here we go.
9-point game. 9
Oh my
point game.
Jesus.
Let's
It's
get
still
this tie.
1 point. Oh my god,
They
still
still
one
gotta go for
possession
two,
game.
though. That's the thing.
Oh
That's still not a
god.
conversion.
You know what? Bring in Paxton Lynch. Did somebody call Paxton Lynch in?
Oh my god.
Let's bring in Paxton Lynch. Paxton
Paxton
Lynch is
Lynch.
the only one. He's the only one that's gonna make this game a whole lot
2-point
better.
conversion.
2-point conversion. Come on, mess up,
Oh.
Get a
Love
safety
throwing it
and a flag,
easy.
but there's a
It
flag.
could be an offensive pass interference.
Remember last week we got a 1-point safety.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
calling. Yeah,
Oh.
they are calling it on
Their
Memphis.
flag? What were they like? Oh,
Yeah,
Memphis?
offensive pass
Oh.
interference, like
Oof.
I said. Safe.
So what, they're gonna go
It was
further
on,
or
it
what?
was 83.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is black and white, clear as crystal.
Yeah. So they're going for again, or no? They can't.
Memphis
No.
barely cracked 6,000 in attendance.
Oh Jesus, God.
That is horrible.
not great.
I know many people in the comments are in the thing are gonna say relocate Memphis, even
Yeah,
though
really.
it's their like the first season, well, even though second season in their modern existence, but I just don't know, because I feel like fans would want to show up to the Showboats, but it's just for the fact, I'm not sure if just playing the
John
fact that they're
Filippo is
horrible.
pumping his crap right now.
I think two things. They're horrible, and I also think, well, it's two is that I don't think they are taking this league as serious as we are. I truly don't think. I think they're making this like a I know it's definitely gonna be a minor
Like, oh,
league.
it's just like they're like, oh, it's a casual day. Let's just like what we got is like, you want to watch a football game? It's like, nah, let's just go watch the Grizzlies or something.
Yeah, literally. Like it's people are just like they're not taking this league seriously right now. Some of these people aren't,
go
like
for
the normal
two.
people. We are obviously.
Oh!
Yo, I'm so
And
Big move. Oh.
Here we go. Are they retrying the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, they
okay.
were trying. Yeah,
They
all right, so
literally
failed.
just snapped it. Oh my god, for me. Oh, here we go.
I feel bad for Darius Victor. I honestly think he should go somewhere else.
He's a
after this
baller.
season.
He's a
I feel
baller.
like I feel like he needs to go somewhere else, like with a good O-line, or at least they gotta fix that O-line
DC,
next season.
we need a running back.
Who had
You're
the
getting
actual
back
good
Abram
O-line,
Smith.
though?
Like, I mean, St. Louis,
I think Michigan. Michigan is really good.
San Antonio knows how to run
Michigan
the
has
ball.
West Hills.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean
true.
that
Oh,
duo,
that's
though. I
good.
mean that that duo though. That would be
I mean, Michigan was able to stop the Stallions from rushing
all right.
yesterday. So
Here's my takes for next UFL season. I don't think anyone relocates. Everyone stays in their current markets.
okay,
Uh, then next one, I do believe we'll expand. I have a weird feeling that they want to expand, and I
this
say we'll
year.
get
You're
two
saying this year?
teams, like 20 for
This year?
2025. Yeah,
Oh,
for
okay, okay,
2025,
okay, okay, okay.
they'll expand
Yeah.
for 2025, and then after that, some of the coaches, I said Johnson's out for obvious
Okay.
reasons. Uh, I think the Flippo stays, but he's probably on the hot seat.
Still in hot seat.
Um, the Flippo's on the hot seat. I'll say Holt stays. Nolan definitely staying, even if they Michigan Panthers lose in one of the two games. I think they
Yeah.
stay. Um, because it feels like Mike Nolan's saying like we're in the cusp or like they're like as long as we
Yeah.
just yeah.
Keep working.
XFL side Becht, I feel like he's staying, but
He's staying.
he's kind of but then like he wants the coaching opportunity in the college, but I would say he
Yeah.
stays for another season. I think again, kind of like Mike Nolan, like
He
if
wants to
they're like in
build.
the cusp, yeah. I don't think he wants to like leave behind like already a success team as it is as the Bellhawks. I mean, was he the coach for 2020? I believe he was, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure, but I'm
Who?
not positive.
I know
Who?
20 obviously 2020 Becht, Anthony Becht.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not positive, but I did watch that season because I was on the start of the XFL, but I wasn't very heavily
Fully
involved
familiar,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh then who else? Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips is a weird one. Like I
Wade
think he
Phillips,
stays.
is he too old?
Like I think like he's obviously, but it's
Yeah.
just but I do believe he has like the spirit of still coaching, but
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I don't know.
Um,
I feel
and then Bob
I
Stoops is
don't know.
the weirdest one of all. Like because either they could fire him, let him he leaves for whatever reason, retires or whatever, or he's just like, all right, I'm gonna stay for another season and see what we can do during this off season. But it's a weird one. I just don't know
Um,
what to expect.
the head coach of the Battlehawks in 2020, Jonathan Hayes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So Beck started 2023. So I mean,
He was the head
14
coach of
and
the Fleet.
6.
He was the head
14
coach, I
and
believe, on the
6.
Fleet in the AAF.
Yeah.
I think he's earned his right to be a coordinator somewhere, at least. I truly think
Uh
that.
Probably not in the NFL, but I think we're expecting
Probably.
college football.
College,
Probably
probably.
college.
Positional
NFL
coach in the NFL.
maybe yeah, position coach NFL maybe like somewhere. I don't know what it would be, um but this off season is gonna be interesting for some of these a good amount. I think for every team, it's gonna be an interesting off season. But some teams are gonna be like at a very there. It's gonna be interesting for like let's say the Showboats since they've been kind of like the target for relocation. Once again, um, like
Yeah.
Memphis and I think Arlington's been that. Is Arlington been like on the hot seat as well?
I think he has about 9,000 fans a game. I mean, I don't think you move Arlington, truly, because I think that Arlington, if it was winning team, there
I
would be a lot
I
more.
feel like that was like that's their XFL base too. So
Yeah. I don't know. I think the 2 teams that are
uh,
on the hot seat possibly is,
Oh, good catch.
Houston and Memphis, which is obvious
so
one.
this game.
Yeah, basically.
I think well look, I think the problem with Houston is the fact that they had to stay at Rice Field for this season.
Yeah, but, I mean, are they gonna move, though? Are they officially moving? Because I know it's a 1 year it was 1-year lease deal. I know that.
Oh yeah,
I
if the ECU's
there's
done the
hoping
renovations.
because I apparently they say that TDCU is not going to be done until next year of August.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like again, it's like those who knows. Maybe they go back to TDCU because I feel like there you definitely tell there was a major difference in terms of the atmosphere between Rice and
TDCU.
TDCU. Like because I think Rice University would have been good if it was for the Houston Gamblers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all can agree with that, right? Because it felt
Yeah.
like that would have been more the Houston Gamblers environment, and but it's just for the Roughnecks. It's like it sounds like it could work in theory, but just we see how it plays right now. It's obviously not really a great environment for the Roughnecks. They need to go back to TDCU very soon, or else I'm not sure what do you do, because TDCU felt like a fun atmosphere to go
Yeah.
to.
As long as they can reach about 10,000 or so, and it's like I think every team needs to find like something like a culture thing for their fans. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the naked, like the
The Shirtless
triangle,
Pyramid, or
Shirtless Pyramid,
the
yeah,
Battle Hockey fans atmosphere. It's
a
like everything.
call.
The Brahmas, the Brahmas kind of have like this, like kind of like the sombrero, like the
Oh, here's
Sombrero,
Kirk
Hispanic.
yeah,
Merritt.
They have like that Hispanic type feel. That's what they're going, the Spanish feel. That's what I like
yes,
about it. It's like they have the
yeah.
Spanish, the bull. I mean, that makes sense. Like the Spain, the atmosphere, the mat, the wrestling mat, the luchador mask. Love it. I mean, that's what the atmosphere is. But the Showboats atmosphere, it just feels like you're wearing Showboats gear, but nothing really like showing you're like
Showing up.
in
Gigi
showing
Chisholms. Nope. Chisholm, you're
There's-
short.
thing.
They have no diehard.
Oh,
I don't see any diehards for the Showboats
ooh,
ever.
we
Oh, speaking of Chisholm, he's hurt.
like. I felt like
Pulling
it would
onto
have
his
been fun if
ankle.
they had like captain suits or like something that would be like boat
Cool.
related, or like we're on the
Something that make them
sea.
stand out. Something to make them
Yeah.
stand.
Besides
They
their
don't have that.
mascot, because besides their mascot, they really have anything else? Like
Not really.
the Roughnecks
No.
atmosphere, I felt like they had something. They had the Oiler, and I do see it on the fan base at times at the Roughnecks games this season, but it just never really felt like this is the real Roughnecks. It felt like, oh, okay. Like it just felt like if you weren't paying attention to the Roughnecks where they were gonna be at, you're just like you're gonna kind of forget about them a little bit.
Just screw you, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Then you have the defenders, because you have your beer, and then there's the defenders with
Beer
their beer
snake.
snake,
The glorious
and the lemons, and the lemons.
in the
and
lemons.
the glorious lemons.
The
Yeah.
lemons.
And Birmingham, you have Giddy Up, you have
Giddy
you have
Up,
the
okay.
horses, you have they embraced they embraced it. I mean, it's Bama football in general, but still.
The Shirtless Pyramid.
I mean, it's a winning team. I'm just kind of sad that we don't have enough. That's big numbers. It's a big deal on Twitter. I've been
Yeah,
fighting a lot of people about it. I've been fighting
I
so many
know.
people.
Dude, I think it's mainly we're dealing with like the XFL fan side of things. That's what's kind of been going on. We're dealing like
It's pissing
because
me
they're
off.
like, dude, and I'm getting annoyed mainly like for like the XFL fan purists out there that's just like want to see like the USFL downfall. I get a rivalry, I get it, but it's like preying on the one half of the league's downfall
Not
is
good for business. It's not
it's
good for
not
business.
good. I get a rivalry like, oh yeah, the Stallions are terrible because we're playing, blah blah blah. I get that, just that's what it is. But you're oh, the USFL is terrible. Like, why do we merge with this team? I'm like, bro, and no. That's the worst ones. Forget the XL fans.
What?
The NFL fans that are very negative about the UFL.
Yes, yeah, I've seen them.
Those are worse.
They'll
They're
say like, yeah, I
worse.
watched it. I watched it like this first
1
time,
week and
and
then
it's trash.
bored.
It's just trash. They're boring.
Like,
And then
bro, you watched one game.
you
NFL
watch
games,
the worst players play. You watch the worst teams play. Like you watch the Tank Bowl.
dude.
It's
The
like, what did you
NFL
expect?
have that. Guess what? Who else has that? The NFL. Like, how
Yeah,
many games we witnessed this past season?
snooze.
Many primetime games. Looking at
Every Thursday
mainly
night game.
looking at the Jets, too.
Thank you.
Because
That was
hey,
yeah,
they could have flexed
touchdown.
anytime.
Kirk
Tie
Merritt.
this game. Tie
Here
this
we
game.
go. I
Do
gotta.
you- I don't. Oh, that's a good one. Do
We got
you go for?
motion.
Do you? Yeah, that is a good question. Do you go for 3?
Hands it
Do
off.
you
Might as
go
well,
for-
right?
Buddy.
Do it. You have nothing left
It's
to
the
lose.
tag ball. Come
You
on.
have nothing left to lose. You have
Go
nothing
for
left
it.
to lose.
Kirk Merritt. Where's Mark Thompson? Thompson or
They're
Thomas?
just rotating. They're just like
They're
rotating.
rotating.
Let's say.
So I mean, Kirk Merritt's having a pretty good game. It's not like I mean, Kirk Merritt's doing pretty much been like the offense besides Nolan Harrison and Justin Hall, but
Oh my God,
they're
they're
going
asking
for one.
They're going for one.
They're going for
the,
one. So I'm assuming when
U.
they kick the
Yeah.
field goal, they just want to tie. They don't want to at least they'll still at least have the lead.
You mean go for it at the 10.
And all right, so they'll at least like they're able to tie this game. I guess that's like the
Hold up.
story they're looking
I
at.
gotta hear. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it. All right, here we go. Hands it off, and they do not. Oh, they do. Oh wait, maybe. Oh no, they did not get it. Version.
And we're looking
What?
at
No,
last week's
good.
highlights
All
and
these
Jay
1-point
Sternberger TD.
games.
Jane
Godly.
Sternberger.
Oh no.
So now
Oh,
this game could technically tie with a field
Jake
goal.
Bates
So we'll
with-
see.
Drake Bates missing. Why?
Jonas Primmins.
Freaking right.
Sternberger is God tier. Is he not? I think the Niners need to sign him for
Sternberger
number 2.
is the no, don't.
Yes.
No, I want him on the Seahawks.
No, absolutely
We
not.
don't. I don't think we have any other tight end besides Noah Fant. I honestly
Yeah,
think
literally.
so.
that bad.
Honestly, I honestly
We don't
think
have
we
any much
want-
of George Kittle. We have Cameron Latu from Alabama. We drafted him last year in a 3rd-round pick, but he literally tore his quad. So, and he's still rehabbing for it. So, I don't think he's ever going to come back, to be honest, because Kyle Shanahan, someone asked him about him, and he was like, "Yeah, he's not number 2, even though he's the most athletic guy that's behind George Kittle." So, I don't know. We
Yeah.
definitely need a number 2 tight end. I don't know.
Rip.
But he'll be good. He'll be a good number 2 guy. He can run block, and he also is really good at finding separation from linebackers. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all you need.
All right.
I mean, he did get a he did get a preseason tryout with the Bills, but obviously he got cut. So
Yeah, well, we'll see if he can get stick on a team at least for a practice squad.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, like he was gonna go up against. I mean, they just drafted Dalton Kincaid that same draft, and they had Dawson Knox too. So it was pretty much be expected just for
It was a
like
camp body.
tryout.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Yeah. I mean, I kind of really want to give him like a better chance. I mean, Alex Magoo's now trying to be a wide receiver.
That ain't working.
I think he got injured, right? He got injured.
Yeah, he got injured. He got fucking injured literally the minute he tried. It's like bro, it's like I don't think you're fast enough either, and you got hurt. There's no way. Like I get what you're trying to do, and I appreciate, but come back to the Stallions. Just come on, be. I need you to be the Tom Brady.
Okay, this season, this upcoming Odyssey for the Stallions are going to be interesting for the quarterback position because Adrian Martinez is probably going to be gone. There's probably a decent chance.
I think. Well, I mean, unless you want to stick with Matt Corral, if he sticks with the UFL.
I don't know, Matt. Like, okay, Matt Corral could have like the Alex Magoo like season where, like, I mean, because remember, Alex Magoo's first season wasn't horrible, but it wasn't really great. But then the next season, we saw him being an MVP candidate. So now. So now we could see the same thing in Matt Corral. Like maybe he just needs like to probably his time on the bench just probably is needed because again, like he wasn't playing horrible. Like it's not like he wasn't like the worst QB. He wasn't like Dormady, but
yeah,
it's just like you can tell like who made the offense more effective.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It just Matt Corral. Remember, he was a 3rd-round pick 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it wasn't like he was a nobody. This guy was
certified.
He got hurt. He was, but he still was certified. 3rd-round pick is a certified player. You know what I'm saying?
And he might have got some starts in 2022 as well if he didn't get injured. There was a very good chance he was going to get some starts.
And if you're a quarterback, remember, if you're not the like 1st-round pick, you usually drop to the 3rd round. You don't really ever see a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah,
wasn't
he was supposed to be like the top? Wasn't he supposed to be like the top quarterback prospect at one point?
He was. Yeah, he was top 5. Top 5,
I think
something like that.
Like top 5 prospect in the league, at least for the draft.
Quarterback for the quarterback room.
Yeah. And he was kind of projected to be like the QB.
That QB class is horrendous.
Dude, 2021 and 2022.
They're both bad.
Oh my god, they're so bad. They're not good.
Like Trevor Lawrence is the best one in 21 just because
no one else is still a
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's really it. Unless Justin Fields somehow
Finds
gets
a way.
That is
Oh,
intercepted.
hold up.
there.
Oh my goodness.
We got
Okay,
entertainment.
let's
They go, come on.
20. He's still in
No.
bounds. And
No.
it's a pick six for
Did the
the
ref
Alright.
blow the whistle? Wait, did the ref blow
Oh.
the Nope.
Oh my God. Who is
Markel
that?
Roby.
Who's
Markel
number? Who's 31?
Roby. Markel
Roby?
Roby.
Markel Roby.
Wait, there's a flag.
Well, there's a
No.
flag.
Oh
Hold your horses.
no!
Hold
No
your
flags.
horses. Hold
We
on.
got the laundry.
We got laundry on the field, boys
Hold
and
on.
girls, and I can't even see. Bro, I'm telling you though, Houston has the best linebacker duo. You got Reuben Foster and that 31 guy. He's been
But
good. I've been watching him.
I think Reuben Foster might get a chance this off season for
We
the
can
NFL.
never have fun
He
with
should.
this freaking league.
Oh, come on.
We can never have fun with this league. This
Come
league
on.
freaking sucks.
Oh my! It's holding.
It was holding.
Ref, I didn't see it. There's
I didn't see it. Let the
pretend you
points
didn't see
happen.
it.
Where's the holding? Or I guess earlier probably, but
Think
were they
that's
counting?
holding? I
Are
don't
they
know.
are they counting as a pick though, or no? No.
I don't know.
I think it is though. It was holding on the. It was holding
I
on the
was-
defense.
Man, he called the wrong number.
Right there. 50. It was right when he was trying to. That first guy was trying to tackle him.
I
What's it
probably
called?
say they're probably gonna give it to the Showboats.
I think it's number 15.
See,
Wait,
right number
They
15.
still
Yeah,
got
Never
15.
mind. It's still a pick.
So
It's
they
still
still
a pick.
got the ball. I think
It's
it was
still-
holding
yeah.
on 15. They called on the wrong number.
Yeah, because he threw him on the
I
ground.
was saying
He
like, where was
tapped him to the
Markel
ground.
Roby holding?
Yoink!
I was
Going
like,
deep. Oh.
Where
I
is
was like,
Reuben
look, I
Foster?
was waiting for the holding on Roby. I was like, where is?
Oh my
Third
God! Here,
interception.
stop that.
Tied.
There's a
Tied.
deep, wide open. Oh my! How did he miss that throw, bro? It was wide open.
Third
Bro, you
interception
can't miss
of the
that.
season.
I
And
mean,
it's
all right,
we're approaching the final quarter of
game
the
40,
UFL regular season.
cinema. This is cinema.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God!
give myself a drink.
Bro, he's been holding on to
I
that
need
ball
to
all
get
day long.
I
I'm
need
getting-
to
I'll be
get some
back.
water. I need to get myself some water. This game is
This game is
a saw. This
snooze.
this game is saw. This game is a saw trap.
Alrighty, I think I'll take care of this. Hold it over for while we're waiting. But if we'll let you know about make sure you subscribe to both Lightning and Sir Random Guy. It should be in the links down below. Appreciate them inviting me on the stream, by the way. So far, this game has been an absolute snooze fest. If you're just joining, not fun to watch, but it's still a meme no matter what. Whoever loses this gets the first overall pick in the first inaugural UFL draft. That's after offseason. I know this probably was already a draft last season, but since this is the first time the UFL has came together, I believe this is their first draft. That's actually what has some organization to it. So I'm really excited about seeing that. Again, if you've have not, make sure to subscribe to Lightning Junior and Sir Random Guy. They're awesome people. So, but yeah, we got a close game though. Lightning, I'll tell you that we have a real close game. It's not. I would say it's not a fun game, but it's not really a fun game.
It's not fun like Colts Texans fun.
Not fun at all. So but we're hanging in there though. We're gonna hang in there. We're gonna fight through the snooze fest though.
All right. I think all right. Since we know this is the worst game of the year by far, by a mile,
By a mile.
by 10 miles. But which one was the game of the year? The regular season game of the year. I mean, we have Battlehawks versus Stallions. I mean, that was a really good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Roughnecks versus Stallions week 8 was actually pretty fire. It was actually.
I think my potential game of the year would Renegades versus Defenders week 3.
Ooh, that was a good
good
one. Like
one.
especially the
Both
last.
Renegades Defenders matchups, They were both they were both decided by 1 point.
Yeah, the Perez Tiamu matchups are always like instant
They're so
classics.
close. I love it.
wasn't able to watch that game. I was mad.
And
I'm gonna have
then,
to rewatch
oh yeah,
it.
we also have Battlehawks Renegades week 2. That was at least
That
a
was
solid
good.
one.
Mine's got to be Battlehawks versus Brahma yesterday. That was a really good game yesterday. I'm sorry, but those are two back-to-back good games.
Despite being defensive, it was actually it was not that bad.
It was actually really I actually wasn't a snooze fest. For me, at least, it was not. I don't know. I know sometimes defensive games can be very snooze fest, just like this game. But I felt like it was still a very entertaining game, I think, because it's the crowd energy.
Another game that was really good, Roughnecks Stallions in week 8.
Yeah, exactly. That was fire. I'm telling you, Adrian Martinez, everyone showed up today. Mark Thompson.
Roughnecks Hall not refusing to go down. He gets the first down.
Here we go. Here we go. All right.
We got what else?
Oh, 11. Oh, okay. I see you.
Justin
I
Hall.
See you, 11. Justin Hall. I see you, bro. He's been balling. He's been balling all year long.
Justin Hall's been balling. He's a baller.
Oh,
last week,
Panthers versus Renegades was actually a fun one.
It wasn't for Bob Stoops being an idiot.
Panthers versus Stallions yesterday. Jake Bates misses That was beautiful, though.
Hey, Cam, make sure you get your prescriptions ready for a random guy, please. Like, make sure you have that ready for him.
Why?
Yes, he will. That's a guarantee. He will get heart attacks.
Oh, I know, there's no doubt.
No. I was hoping saving my prescription for the fall season. I don't care.
He had to use it on his. He had to use it on his graduation, and he had to use it against the defenders.
Literally.
Yeah. I felt like I am due. I felt like I am due for I think somebody. No. I feel like the defenders owe me. The defenders owe me some compensation.
You know,
the defenders owe me. The defenders owe me some compensation.
Reverse and the first down.
Oh,
all I'm saying. God. I'm saying the defenders owe me some compensation for that game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The defenders owe me some compensation. Like, you saw what happened when we all went to that stream. Y'all saw me how it went down.
It went down. I will say that.
It went down.
Oh my gosh. Total yards. 283 to freaking 138.
Oh my Jesus. And this game was
what the freak, Memphis? You're so bad offensively.
Hold on. How is Memphis only losing by what? 3? I can't tell.
Memphis is winning
by 3. They're losing. Memphis is winning by 3.
Oh, you're for him.
Memphis is just winning. There's no.
Memphis
it's 12. Yeah, they scored 2 field goals and a touchdown.
Cam, if you look at the screen, hold on.
At the score
Look at this right here.
Oh yeah, there's.
Are you blind, man?
Look at this.
I am blind. I see. I don't know. How is this even possible? How do they have double?
Because they scored a field goal the first drive. They do nothing until the near end of the first half, and then they scored another touchdown.
I don't know what's happening. I just don't know.
This Memphis Showboats offense might be the worst in the league.
I'll say this. I would still rather watch this game than Super Bowl 53 again.
You would rather watch this game than what?
Super Bowl 53.
Oh, give me a barf bag.
Give me a barf.
Hey, I was in a lose-lose situation here because either we see the Patriots win the 6th ring, or I have to watch the LA Rams get a Lombardi.
That was painful. All right, that was so painful. I hated that.
I felt like I needed some money. I felt like I felt like I needed a refund by default. Oh!
Hold up! Don't ruin it! Hold on. Let me see. All right, we're empty set. We got motion by Justin Hall. He drops back, throws it, tips it up in the air, almost peaked it. Oh no! I need it.
Why do I have a Super Bowl favorite and my worst
Mr. Automatic
back to back?
It is. I don't know.
I hate that.
It is not the game of all time, Mr. Automatic. Just want to let you know.
One of my favorites was Super Bowl 52.
It is not. This is
Super
the
Bowl
snooze
52
fest of all time. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Super Bowl
interrupt you, Lightning.
52 was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, 100%. We all
Super
we all know
52.
why.
DJ
Like,
Molson, kick is up, and
it's tied.
we're
It's
tied, boys.
tied. Let's
We're
go.
tied.
Let's go. Overtime. Let's get the
Mr.
overtime.
Automatic, the game
That
of
was
all
the game.
time.
was.
Indeed, Mr.
It's
Automatic.
the snooze
Indeed.
fest of all time. We are tied, boys. It is now 12-12. Somehow, don't understand it.
This reminds me of Broncos Colts. Oh God, that was one of the
Oh
worst games.
Lord.
No,
Okay.
it was the worst game until the Patriots just happened.
No.
You remember that
Jets
game, right?
Giants. Jets Giants last year was something.
No. Patriots Jets was worse. It was
I don't remember what the
2022
worst game
specific.
was.
2022, week 11, when Zach
Oh.
Wilson was complete dumpster fire.
There were
And
so many
then
games
the
last year, I
Patriots
don't even remember.
won by a
Punt
return
return.
TD. Yeah,
At
they
the
even the
last,
football
last minute punt return for you. It was
Like
the
the-
last minute punt return.
the football gods.
I was with my dad at a Buffalo Wild Wings when it happened. I was a salty bitch back there. I was a salty bitch. Like, it was embarrassing. It's like the Jets could not
Raiders,
do anything.
Vikings, Raiders, Vikings.
Raiders Vikings. Oh my
Zero
I
god.
had to deal-
points.
Look, if I had
And
to
then
deal
the
with
next
Patriots
and
and
Thursday
Jets,
night, 63.
look, if I had to deal with the Jets being losing like 10-3, and then I had to deal with a 0-3 game, I'm like, I'm just gonna retire as being a Jets fan at that point.
Oh my god. The championship tickets for the Stallions game are $10, and we still haven't finished up a row yet. This is
The
pissing me
NFL
off.
will
I just saw
somehow
it.
make it into. Well, the NFL will somehow make that game like $400-$500 in reality. If that was the NFL.
No, it's $10 for a freaking championship game. Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay.
insane.
All right. We got to think. What other terrible games, low-scoring games we got, or terrible games we got? Jets, Giants, 2023.
Can you get the Brahmas and Defenders on that list week 6? Because I did not know what.
No, I got one. Renegades Brahmas 2023, the first time. That was trash. That was
because the team could not score. That's the thing.
That's true.
Hines Ward versus a Luis Perez less Arlington Renegades team.
No, Drew Flitt, Kyle Sloter. That's right.
That's why Drew. This is pre-Perez. This is the pre-Perez.
Pre-Perez. That is a mouthful to say. 12-12. That's a short kick.
Come on. No, don't get another lead, Memphis. We need the OT.
Broncos Niners.
Oh, Jimmy G safety.
That was a bad game. That was literally the most painful game I've watched. Probably.
I'll say
that game.
One of them. At least
Broncos
one of them.
won that game. I'll say that Broncos won.
It was bad because it was Russell Wilson. Because we lost because we couldn't get rid of the bad man. That was the whole game.
Quarterback step out of bounds too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
that was when we still thought the Broncos were going to actually be something.
That is the game when everyone figured out that even if there were people already thought that Jimmy G was trash, but every 49ers fan realized this guy is absolutely trash. Has no idea what he's doing when he stepped out of bounds.
Until a few weeks later, he started balling out again, and then he got injured.
Everyone's like, oh. And then immediately he gets injured, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, he's made out of glass, like Trey Lance."
Brock Purdy, we're like, "Oh no, Brock Purdy, you're gonna be terrible." But no. Apparently, he's a miracle worker. Somehow, after 5 or 6 games, let's give him the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, even though he played 6 games.
He was balling. You have to admit that
I don't care.
No.
I don't care. It was 6
doing
games.
good.
He did not deserve that award.
To Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner being defensive player.
That was robbery. That was blatant. That was
3 years random.
Sauce deserved it. Salty still.
What has Tariq Woolen did? Did he did anything that earned himself to?
Yes, he did.
No.
Tariq Woolen is so.
No.
Tariq Woolen was
No.
good though. I have to admit though, his rookie year
He's
was pretty
good,
He was pretty good. He was
but
pretty good.
not
That
not the
that
level of
was
Brock
blatant
Purdy.
robbery. That was
It was
blatant
not
robbery
robbery.
on site.
It
2020.
was
Okay, this past award season, I'll say that wasn't robbery. I will say that Will Anderson
TJ Watt
did.
deserved defensive
Will
player of the
Anderson.
year last year. TJ Watt deserved it. Also, all I'm gonna say, give him.
All right, at
Who
least,
won
at least
defensive
they, at
rookie?
least
Was it Will
the
Anderson?
NFL honors then Rob Gino the award to give it to Barkley.
Here's the
Otherwise,
thing.
I would
Why
be-
was Brees Hall not a candidate for comeback player of the year? Dude got 15.
Because he's a running back. They don't
Pass. No one gives a shit about running back
No,
unless you're
I'm
Christian
sorry,
McCaffrey.
but that's just gonna be the truth right there. Unless you're a rookie, that's
Look,
about
I don't
it.
care. Look, I don't care. I knew he was not going to win, but I wanted him to at least be a candidate.
A vote.
Because
You're
Brees
looking
Hall
for at
was
least
a-
a vote.
He was a beast. He was great.
Well, he never sucked though. He just we all knew he was good.
Because
We all-
it's
but
it's
it's-
weird because
Because because he tore his ACL and he
I
came back and he
know.
was swinging. He was
I know, but
swinging.
it depends on what we define
but
as
also
comeback
he's
player.
on the Jets. He was in the Jets. You
Go
don't
Jets.
had to watch
Matter.
Zach Wilson. They had to watch Tim Boyle. Okay, Tim Boyle was an insult.
Tim
They could have
Boyle
signed
was
Alex Magoo. They could have signed Alex Magoo right there and then. But no. Let's put the guy that somehow had more interceptions than touchdowns in college, but yet somehow was still considered an NFL QB because I don't know why. Aaron Rodgers loves him just because he exists.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I like Tim Boyle
Hey,
because he
hey,
went to the
you know
same
what?
college I
Trevor
went to.
Simeon at least
least
led
Trevor's-
to just the victory against the Patriots. I will get that just
Trevor Simeon. Okay. You know what? That's gonna be the craziest thing. That of all quarterbacks, the Peyton Manning's potential successor somehow still beat Bill Belichick in his final game as a Patriot. That's still insanity right there. Not the way we expected, but
Hey,
happened.
I was happy because we could officially say, hey, we were officially better than the Patriots last year.
well, I think there's a lot of teams that are better than the Patriots
There were
last
so
year.
many worse games of the year.
Because you know how many times like the Jets lost? We lost 15 straight in a row. Like every time we
know.
played the Patriots, I always thinking, oh, the Patriots are playing the Jets. Oh, guess what? Time for you to win against the Jets.
Well, now you got to learn my Drake May now. Drake May's gonna dick on you now. How does that make you feel? Aaron Rodgers can get his this.
I hope the defense swarms May. I just hope like Quincy Williams just lays a boom on like the Patriots.
Oh my god, I can't wait until we play week 1. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. I'm
We
so
have to play-
ready.
We have to play the Patriots in week 3, Thursday night, and week 8.
Oh jeez. We got laundry on the field.
Is a holding call.
man.
Hey, weeks 2 and 3
Well,
Thursday night football is AFC East Division rivalry games.
Ooh.
I like that. You got
AFC
Bills
East,
Dolphins
AFC.
in week 2 and Jets Patriots week 3.
I cannot wait for week 3 because we all know that's where the terribleness happens.
Wait,
I don't
wait,
care.
wait.
But that's what happens every year for the past 3 years. For the past years now, it's always like, oh, let's put the good Thursday night football matchup week 2, and then pull everyone under the rug by giving Jets Patriots because the Patriots are going to be the Patriots, modern day Patriots.
What's week 3? What do you guys
Jets
play week 3?
Patriots. The Jets.
Oh,
Seattle
Jets
plays.
Patriots.
Seattle
Yeah.
plays the Dolphins, which that sounds more like a fun match.
Wait, hold on. Am I reading the wrong one? It says week 3 for you guys
Let's
play
go in bad.
Carolina. Was it
Look at
Carolina?
that.
That was last year. That's last year.
That was last year? Oh, okay. I'm
We're
trying to
playing
look
the
on the line.
Dolphins. We're playing the Dolphins week 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
24? Is that 2024 or 2025? They're counting it. 2024? Yeah.
2024 25.
24. Okay.
Pass interference
This
on
is
defense.
this game
Yeah.
is the definition of a Popeyes biscuit.
No wonder they're tanking. No one wants to win. No, Gavin, no. If you're watching this, dude, the winner gets the first overall pick, not the loser.
Yeah, so basically you have to suck and
Okay,
Memphis
okay,
is doing
okay.
that.
We need to take off the rule right there. They should have just let this be a pure tank bowl, so someone just loses this game.
But
But
here's
the
the
problem,
thing, though. It's like if you allow the rule of like loser gets first of all pick, they're not gonna try as much. If
It's
you
gonna
have it
be
as a
funny.
reward, they're
It's
gonna
at least
try. And that's
funny.
it's an amazing football experience.
Mahler's Panthers was more entertaining.
there was
2022. 2022 Mahler's Panthers was more entertaining than this. Oh,
Victor with the
we gotta
big
run.
goal.
There's
Finish
Victor.
him.
That was
Finish
probably the
line.
biggest run I've seen
Hold
all
on, hold
season.
on, hold on. Let me reenact this. Okay, all right.
No, screw you. No.
He hands it off. Oh my God, big run! Is that Darius Victor right there? Is he running? He's running to the 3-yard line. Sorry.
This is the biggest.
He's running to the 3-yard line.
This is the biggest.
You sound like that teacher, like Charlie Brown's teacher.
First and goal.
Oh, whatever.
Memphis, just mess this up. Please mess this up, Memphis.
Fumble
Please.
the one. Your butt fumble. The butt fumble would literally be.
We got laundry.
Fox TV. Right
Yeah,
now.
Laundry.
just what I needed.
You
All
need
right.
laundry?
Okay, Mr. O'Malley saying there were so many worst games of the years. I'm suing the NFL worst games of the years. I gotta think. I honestly gotta think.
I don't remember. I mean, just think of any Thursday night football game these past 2 years though. They've been all bad though. Really, they gave Amazon the worst games ever though.
Dude, Bears, Bears Commanders 2022. Dear Lord.
Good
Al
God.
Robinson missing it.
I don't think I even watched this. I don't remember even watching that game.
I
Thank God I
I
didn't watch that.
remember. I remember vividly. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I remember I just see why it was like so horrible.
I remember the one Darnell Mooney missed.
Yeah, the Darnell Mooney play. Like he almost scored a
Yeah.
touchdown, but messed up.
Love drops back. He's
Oh,
looking. He gets Adams on
and
the split. He'll
short.
be down to 2.
And just short a yard. He'd be a yard short.
I say he's down at the 2. Yeah, he said it's the 2. It's the 2.
This is the way to end the UFL season. Game 4.
Yeah, baby.
Definitely at the 2-yard line. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. See him cook. Let's see them cook real quick. All right, here we go. Here we go. God, I love saying that. Here we go.
This is Sir Random Guy in a nutshell. He's
Literally.
tired of this. It's a snooze fest.
The snooze. That's believing right now.
It's a snooze fest for him.
I thought this was gonna be fun. I thought this was gonna be peak.
This is not peak entertainment. This is.
It's like you go into movies after you see all the hype of like one certain movie, and then it turned out to be a complete flop.
Oh, okay. I gotta think about it. I know that this movie's in the tip of my tongue. Like I don't think it's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't think it's that one. Hold on, I actually gotta think. Like a trailer that got me kind of hyped, and the movie was actually pretty terrible. I actually gotta think about it. Was there like a movie y'all watched that was like, oh, the trailer was actually pretty good, but then the movie was just terrible. The movie was, I got Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice.
I don't remember. Like I don't really like know from like the top of my head. I'm not sure. But anyway, second down goal.
Here we go.
Fake
And
it.
touch off and
Up the end zone. Oh, he
Peak.
dropped it.
Peak. Take it.
Oh my God! Come on. Why am I so far behind? They're just not snapping it. Oh my God.
Come on, bro.
How do you drop that? How do you drop that?
Yeah,
I just don't
because
understand.
this is the tank.
Right in his hands. He had it right in his hands.
It's
You know,
orange.
he's not gonna.
This
No,
is
why are
orange.
Showboats are 1-8?
You know who's not gonna get another contract? That guy. He is
That's
not
That's
getting
Sage
another
Surratt.
contract.
That was Sage Surratt. They're going
There
for
they
it. They're
go.
running and the touch.
Coming out Victor.
Oh.
Touchdown.
I'm still on the replay of the last play right now. That's how bad it is. Oh my
Deal with
god.
it.
I am dealing. I'm dealing with it for every week. I'm dealing with it every week.
Just please score,
Hey,
Houston. They're going
It's
for
Arias?
one.
Hey,
They're
at
going
least
for one.
some things are happening, Sarandom. Some things are still happening.
This is
We
probably like
are-
the only time I've seen Darius Victor score a touchdown. He probably scored another touchdown probably earlier this season, but this is like the one time I've seen like a rushing touchdown from him.
Darius Victor is better than what people think. That's all I'm gonna say. I think Darius
Like
Victor
it's just he's just in a terrible line. That's just kind of the
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just in a terrible line. They're going for one.
He's hurt though. He's banged up. He's got that wrap on his arm.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe
They're going for one.
I know
Josh
that's not
Love,
for
down
accessory.
center, and they caught it.
caught it.
They got the 1
John
point.
Davis.
It's a 7-point
19-12.
game.
Oh my god.
I just want Memphis to blow it. I just want Memphis to blow it.
Oh my god.
But
That-
CJ
what
Johnson,
a play.
but Curtis Johnson, I cannot trust him to actually.
Is it bad that I want Memphis to win this game? Is it bad?
Is it this bad? I just want this game to be in overtime for some entertainment. So at least we
Yeah,
get
I
like
do.
something.
I would love that. I would love that. If we could do that, that'd be freaking dope as hell. But we'll see if that even happens. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, it's 19-12 with how we're now in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes.
left of the fourth.
6 minutes left. We're almost there. We're almost
Is
there.
the comeback reality or is it make believe? We will find out next.
Find
After
out next
these
on Dragon Ball
messages.
Z.
Hilarious. If this it would be hilarious if like this is like a TV show and they leave the tank ball on the cliffhanger and then we have to wait till next season to find out who wins the tank ball.
I don't think anyone cares by that time. I don't think anyone fucking cares. That's like that's just
No,
like, you know what I'm
imagine,
saying?
like,
Like, no
imagine
That's the
one
worst.
cares.
That'll be the worst ending.
All I'm
That's like
saying is that-
watching what the happened with The Walking Dead. Like,
well, I don't know about that. I mean, that's like saying like, yeah, like I'm sorry, but like, who cares next season because it's like there's no implication. I mean, there's one implication is that you get the first round pick, but for next season, there really is no implications of you being in the tank bowl. I mean, no one cares. I mean, if you're not winning,
Next season, you're 0-0 again.
Yeah.
But
yeah. No,
You're
no,
0-0.
I'm saying, like, we don't know. What I'm saying is, what if we don't see the end of this game until like next season?
yeah,
like,
but who's gonna watch it then?
then the
Because there's
draft.
no point of it.
the draft.
Well, the
Oh.
draft will like basically say who won it because whoever lost will be the number one overall pick. No, you know what I'm saying? Because someone will know who won. They just won't know how they won because
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like I mentioned like the Walking Dead because it's like the season finale happened ended on the cliffhanger in April. They had to wait all the way to the end year of October to figure out what happened. It's like, what the heck, man?
yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
that's like
from
kind of
Milwaukee.
that's some TV season finales at times. Like they end in a cliffhanger, and then you have
Well,
to
you know
wait
what's
till like
worse?
September.
No, you know what's worse? When a season ends on a cliffhanger, just to have the TV show get canceled.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's the worst.
I got one. I got one. I don't.
It's the worst.
Oh, I got one. All right,
Yeah.
this is not even a show that really people would probably watch, but this was on Disney XD called Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Like, if you watch the show, all right, so kind of obviously Pac-Man the game, but pretty much so kind of one of the biggest storylines in that show is what happened with Pac-Man's parents because they just been missing, I guess. So or died or whatever, I guess, but missing, I guess that's what's kind of been going on. So one of kind of the storylines throughout mainly like the second season was kind of like, oh, some clues with the parents or like with everything. So at the series or the season finale of season 2 was so Pac-Man works with the president, right, in the show, and works with the president of the, I guess, the entire Pac world, I guess. So at the end of the episode, during that final episode, he had to like kind of like, take care of the president's like niece or daughter, right?
Mhm.
I either way, like, I mean, it wasn't like bad, but at the end of the thing, the niece or daughter had like a picture of Pac-Man, or Pac-Man showed a picture of the show, like a picture of his parents and niece and daughter. It's like, oh yeah, I have seen them before. Or it's like they're in a discreet location, and they're like, oh, now we have. It's like, oh, it's time for a big adventure, and then after that, the show's canceled.
Wow. Here's
I'm
one.
like, no, no, I need justice.
Here's what I witnessed with me and my girlfriend. Paramount Plus's iCarly
Yes.
reboot.
Oh,
The iCarly reboot.
Oh my god, that they were doing that, an iCarly reboot?
the
No, you're
mom,
joking.
the
No, mom.
mom.
Yes.
They
You know
never
what
had
it
it.
is.
The mom.
It's the mom. Yeah. Because
So Freddie
they never once
showed
showed
the mom.
her in the
Like they
original show, and they
and they
never
never
showed
really
her in
and
the
they
reboot.
never ever really talked about her. They only really talked about the dad because he was in the military, which that
Yeah,
what we saw at the end of the series.
yeah, because he was in the
He hands it
military.
off.
It
And
never.
he gets it both down. Sorry. I forgot. We were my fault. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
Go ahead, you're fine. You're fine. Just go ahead, continue on with the.
Like, I just don't know.
And then I was hoping to see the mom maybe at the end. If the mom was there and like I saw her like the casting they chose, I would have been kind of fine with it if they canceled it because they kind of bring some
But we, the viewers, we can't see it.
like we don't know how she'll ever look like. We don't know what
No.
celebrity
What
were they
about
gonna
you,
like.
Cam? What
Hmm?
about you? What show did you watch that ended on a cliffhanger and just to realize it was canceled?
I got another one, but I mean
I
that
don't
one they actually
know.
did end it. They
I
actually
mean,
did end it later on.
I did watch Walking Dead. Walking Dead was like the thing.
I'm on the final season, and I'm on the final actual season. But I haven't finished it. I'm
Okay,
gonna
there's
try
one
and
episode.
watch it. Just don't spoil that for me.
There's one show, but it's an anime I watch. I used to watch
Can
Sword Art Online.
all
I
right.
was not a fan of that
You
anime.
weren't? I actually was pretty.
I'm
I kind
not.
of like.
No, because like
Mhm.
I just don't know what it is. It's like it's a great. No, don't get me wrong. Great concept. Music's great, but it's like just like what more like I don't know what they could do. And it was like during like sort of online Alicization, like there was like one scene that really made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's multiple scenes. There's like
I'll
two
give you an
scenes.
episode, the taboo
pilot.
episode.
Yeah, the taboo
Oh,
episode.
what a good
Uncomfortable.
dog.
Hold on, hold on,
Ah.
hold on. I gotta see. 39. We got trips out right. He drops back, throws deep, and it's a great throw in the basket.
Anthony
First
Ratcliffe
down.
Williams.
Sorry.
Houston.
Hey, they're doing the thing. It's a random guy. Memphis is doing the thing you love so much.
Oh.
Oh, we're about to
just
hit the
2
2-minute
minutes.
warning. Wow.
There's gonna be a 2-minute warning. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Houston has one more shot.
Oh my goodness. This is 2-minute warning in this close game. Of course, this game has to be close. Come on, man.
All right, another. All right. So, all right. So, with the besides the cliffhangers, what is your most disappointing series finale?
Ooh.
Like, like the show was overall good in general, right? But like, just how the ending just felt like it could have been a whole lot better.
I have a
There's
lot of. I never watched the show, but I know a lot of people did not like the series finale of Game of Thrones.
I know people were.
I've
I've not
watched.
actually. I've never watched Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
but
So the reason why it was bad was because I think his name is George R. R. Martin. He's the author.
yeah,
Of
he has the Bucks, right? Like they have the
He
Bucks.
had the Bucks. But they were at a point where he literally had to rush through the books and just to get the episodes on. Like it was rushed.
Yeah.
That mainly what happened. But like on top of my head, I can't really like. I'm not sure. Like I really don't like. Not sure.
I'm not really sure either. I don't know. I haven't really watched.
I seen
shows
the
in a while.
parody on Bleacher Report, Game of Zones.
Game of Zones.
Dude, that was a classic. Honestly, Game of Zones is actually a pretty. And then the series, the final season was actually pretty good. Like even though they were trying to like parody Game of Thrones with the NBA, but I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
All right, quickly. What is one of your favorite TV shows you've watched?
Well, regular show. That's one of them for sure. That's like that's in my top tier. I feel like that never fell off. Another one is King the Hill.
Oh, my brother loves that show. He loves King of the Hill.
I gotta think now sitcoms, but go ahead.
I just completed Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad. Oh,
It's
nice.
it is such an amazing show.
Yeah.
Like I just started watching the prequel of that universe.
Better Call Saul. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Breaking Bad. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
I think they have a movie with
El Camino.
El Camino. Yeah.
El Camino. All right, we're back.
Camino warning.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
All
go.
right.
One last chance for
Second
Houston
down
to
and
tie
6.
this game.
Houston has it on
Weston
their
Hall.
own 25-yard line.
Oh, and tackle for loss.
Just get stuffed for a negative 4-yard gain. 3rd and 10.
Uh-oh. Memphis is playing serious ball right now.
Disappointing series finale. Side is also Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Ooh,
Samurai Jack. I haven't watched Samurai Jack in years. Oh my god, it feels like it's been 10 years.
All right.
Yeah.
I just got a tweet notification about the regular season average attendance leaders.
I
So,
saw.
First place, obviously, St. Louis averaged 34,365.
Yeah.
Great
Second
numbers.
place, DC 14,143.
Yeah.
Anderson,
expected.
he's going strike down the middle, incomplete.
Wait,
Receiver
one
wants
more
the flag.
chance.
There's
One
no
more
flag.
chance.
They
Are they
want a
chal-
flag. They do have
They
a super
challenge for
challenge.
it?
Remember,
Yeah,
they have a super
super.
challenge.
Oh no.
Use
They
it
have
now.
a
I
challenge.
mean, use it,
Remember,
but then do they want to waste
I
it?
think there's holding. That has to be holding. I would challenge
Yeah.
it. If
Challenge
I
was,
would
if I
challenge
was
it.
AJ Johnson, flat.
I would.
would
Oh, he's
go,
challenging it.
there
He's
it is.
challenging it.
He's
Oh,
super
boy.
challenging it.
Oh boys, here we go. Here she
Here I
goes.
come
Alright.
to save the day.
Yeah, it's a high-end talent. All right, back to the attendance. I just gotta
Yeah.
find that again. Damn it. I just gotta find that thing again. Let's see.
My part just looks like a guy. He's just like, I'm chilling. Like, I don't know, man. Just
Yeah.
want to watch watch the game. That's what he just looks like. He's just like, he just
He's
feels
just
like
like
he just
this.
doesn't want. He just like doesn't
just
want
like-
to be there. He's just like, I gotta commentate this game, or I gotta like.
I gotta
be
do
the-
this. There's no one watching this.
I'm just here for the check. I'm
I was
just.
here for the check.
I'm here for the check, man.
minimum wage check. My minimum wage check, literally. I mean,
Oh,
God,
there it is.
they got
They
it.
got
They
it.
got it.
They got it.
no
Those
way.
challenges. The
Got
challenges.
to flip,
for both
oh, he's
teams are
flipping.
successful.
Flipping burgers?
All right, State of Stallions got the
Telling
UFL
the
average.
flip is flipping his mind, or he's flipping burgers.
He's flipping burgers right
Exactly.
now. If you lose this game, he's flipping burgers. He's
He's
flipping.
flipping. I'm gonna flip me some burgers.
All right.
I'm gonna be flipping my burgers. All right, first down and 10. They got a fresh out of downs. There's a timeout on the field. Taken by Memphis. 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining.
First and 10.
First and 10, fresh set of downs.
But great move. That's the finally Curtis Johnson actually made a good decision.
Ooh.
Eve did he? He did he?
You know, it took about 10 weeks, but I mean, hey.
Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, so here it is. So I'm gonna go more. So third place, San Antonio, 11,887.
Wow. Okay.
Fourth place,
Mhm.
Birmingham,
There we go.
10,192. Arlington, 9,886. Fifth.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
Michigan, 8,133.
Michigan's
Seventh,
good.
Houston, 7,056. And eighth, Memphis, 6,893.
Yeah, Memphis was kind of like, yeah.
Memphis and Houston, they were.
Basically.
But
that.
I
Yeah.
think Houston just needs to go back to TDCU. I think that's just
Empty backfield. Here's Henderson dropping back. He's going to be rolling to his right.
and he's
gonna
going
be-
for some and he got some yards.
He will
You
step out of
gotta,
bounds, though. He will gain several yards. It will be a minute and 6 left.
There we go.
66 seconds. It'll be second down.
all right, question. If you're Houston, do you go for 2?
No, you go for 1.
No,
Like you
go for
want,
1.
be safe. Be safe.
And all right, would you go for a 4th and 12 then, if anything?
No, because no, I would not go 4th and 12.
Go for O2. Just go try to get to
Go,
OT.
you rely on OT. No, like
Because I don't think they have the offense to go for a 4th.
they don't
and
have the
12.
offense to do so. Bunched up trips on the left side. Henderson drops back. He's going to throw to his
Hey, try to
right.
get out of bounds. Try to get out of bounds.
And that
Oh,
flips, and he's going to be down right around the 14. So it will be around 3rd and 4.
Yeah, there you go.
Obviously, 4th down territory, and Houston has called their second timeout.
Let's see what they do.
This is 4th down territory. Houston mainly has 2 shots to get a first down. They keep it
hey,
alive.
I'm gonna pull an ESPN broadcast. And what's the over under on this game?
Oh my god, no one cares.
It's 44.
Does anyone actually bet on the UFL? Like, I know I
like
I bet
betting?
on the
I feel like there is. a
Okay,
few
Cam,
people.
you bastard. I once betted when I was on a bachelor trip party with my brother. We were
you
at an MGM resort. I bet money on the USFL. And guess what? And it's a random guy. I betted your team to win.
Who was it? Who was it again?
Generals.
Okay.
It was Generals.
Okay.
I bet
Okay.
I put $20 on it, and I got my 20 back plus $9 because you
Okay.
guys paid.
Okay. I thought you were gonna bet the game against
No.
the Gamblers. I would have been laughing.
I'm not that stupid, okay? Look, I may be slow because I'm on the spectrum, I'm autistic, but I'm not stupid.
That's chill. Yeah, it's fine. It's all right.
I'm slow, but I'm not stupid.
I'm
Third
slow
and
too, so
3.
don't worry. I'm slow. I got
Third
ADHD and every
3.
situation wrong with me. All right, here we go.
Third and 3. Here we go. This is
ADHD ADHD TDs.
TDs, really? ADHD TDs?
TDs like touchdowns.
Yes.
3rd and 3.
I also
Either
have
it's-
ADHD as well, so there
Come
you go.
on. Come
All
on.
right, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. They need
John
to get to
the Flippo looks like he's about to lose his job. Look, he's about to start
to
flipping
get to the
burgers.
10. To the 10.
What was that? Oh,
Make the hands off. No gain. They have one more shot. One more shot.
They have to rush
Yeah,
it.
watch him.
Are they going to call the final timeout?
Then they will. I heard another whistle.
Oh my god, they didn't get it. Wow.
No, 4th and 3 still. Final timeout.
This is it.
This
Who's
is
gonna-
it. Final timeout.
This
This
is
is it, boys
it.
and girls. This is
Please.
what it comes down to.
Score. Please
Oh
score.
my goodness.
Oh my god. Here we go.
It's spicy.
This can be it all. This can be for all the dough, boys and girls.
For all the Marbles, game
Oh,
40 on the
Marbles.
line.
Game 40 on the line.
I can't believe it. This is it. This is it.
For all the marbles here.
For all
Here
the
we go.
marbles.
Like, I'm not even like really stressed about this, but I'm just looking at this for anticipation. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna mute the mic so we all could
No, I am. No, I'm not. I'm doing play by play, mofo.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
All right.
54
I
seconds.
will mute you.
remaining. This is it.
I will
This
mute
is
you.
it. 4th and 3. 4th and 3.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Come on.
All right. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers on each side. Kittrell in motion. Empty backfield now. Takes a snap. Low snap. Henderson tilts it. Tips up. And it's incomplete. The Memphis Showboats
Showboats have won the number one pick.
They win the Tank Bowl, and then we'll get the first overall pick of the UFL.
It's no good. It's no good. Memphis
The
will win this
Memphis
game.
Showboats
Oh my
finally
God.
won a game after week 1. They broke their 8-game losing streak and swept the Roughnecks. The Houston Roughnecks are officially the worst team in the UFL.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
Black Monday might happen. I think Black Monday might happen.
Oh my god.
Elijah, what you said?
Oh,
He knows.
he's gonna be crying. He gonna be crying now, boys.
You know what? This is probably the Houston plan after all. They're taking a page out of the Texans playbook. They're like, hey, they got the number 2 pick and got their franchise quarterback. This is what's happening. They're thinking of it like the Texans.
Oh my goodness.
This was art. This was cinema. And you know what's funny? When they played the first time in week 1, Memphis won 18-12. They just scored one more point.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny about the Memphis Showboats winning this game? Look at the total yards. Look at it.
Pulling the sponge on me. Look at it.
Look
at it. I dare you all to look at it. 203
to 203.
145 passing yards, 58 rushing. Houston had better stats. They had, look at the penalties. By God, Houston did so many penalties. 8 penalties for 85 yards. 20 first downs. They were on first down 20 times. They converted better, technically. They were 3 for 10.
I don't know if that's not. I don't know. Hold up.
This was a game.
Yeah, that's it.
This was the game.
This was a game. It was
the game.
as your dating tree will say, this was a game of our time. This was a game of our times.
I don't know how to feel. I just don't know. This was
Gosh.
This is insanity.
I agree.
I'll say this. Good luck getting their O-line. They're gaining O-line this draft.
They need a line.
But
the Memphis Showboats, instead of going to the playoffs, they got the number 1 pick.
They did.
I just want to die. I feel like
That's fucking hilarious, bro. I can't believe that.
I don't know how to end the stream now.
Let's talk about the UFL season. Let's just kind of end this on the summary of the UFL. Let's
All
say
right.
this season as a whole, I love the season. All right. I mean, for
Mhm.
first season, it was overall great. Even if even some games were blowouts, they were still entertaining in some way, shape, or form. I will say that.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say, yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, to be honest, this season itself was a success with how everything went and all that, how quickly, like how everything, the merger was complete disaster, to be honest. So I truly think this is actually was an absolute win for the UFL. I don't think it really could have gone any better than this when it comes to the play on the field, and also how many people are actually watching it and the core,
The
fan bases.
viewership, at least it's been better than like the past spring league seasons, because you know how they normally
Mhm.
just drastically dip after like the first like
Week
couple
3.
weeks or so, and
Yeah.
then but no, they actually kind of kept it somewhat consistent, like at least in a like
And
we
yeah,
even peaked at a million at some points like during the season. So
I
I
think
mean,
last week we peaked at 1 million, like
Hey,
for one game.
hey, Cam. I know you're a big fan of baseball, but we're in extra innings between Cardinals and Phillies. Cardinals winning 5-4.
Ooh.
mm,
Cardinals are winning? Cardinals?
5-4. Phillies
Cardinals.
are up at bat with a man on third with one out.
Huh. I think the
but
Cardinals are gonna lose it somehow because Cardinals suck
All
this
right.
year.
So yeah, so let's take turns. Let's go give our quick thoughts. So you're pretty much the king of this, so we'll let you go first.
uh, I mean for the entire season, or we're talking about this game.
Entire
Uh,
season.
all right. So, I mean, yes. If you're thinking in terms of, yeah, I'm a Stallions fan. Yeah, of course, I enjoy the season because we won games. But even then, watching the other games as well, or at least the opportunity, at least I try to can best as I can. I mean, they weren't all bad. Like, I mean, for what it is, because the NFL last season, we all like been like complaining. We're all just trying to say it was like a snooze fest from last year, or even 2022. Like there was some chaos for sure, but this one just felt like, yeah, we were able to enjoy some football. Next thing I think I also love, it's more really that is it was more accessible than what we've seen from the NFL nowadays, because it's like now it's like we're seeing the NFL is like, okay, now this game you have to watch it on Netflix. Now you're gonna have to watch it on Amazon Prime, ESPN Plus. Um, Sooner or later it's just gonna be it's just too much. But at least like this time, I mean, the only rare channels, the more obscure channel you would have to watch is FS1, ESPN2, but that was like really about it. I mean, the only thing I would say improve is ESPN. Your broadcast, you got to improve. You got to improve. Like every week it has been kind of like the same shtick we all been complaining about. Like you got to improve. But Fox Sports, I mean, I'm not saying they're perfect, but I mean they done much better. They felt like they actually care about, like, kind of like want to know about the product, to kind of like know not only just USFL teams but also XFL teams too. Because ESPN just felt like we're just really gonna focus on the XFL conference, and that's just kind of how it felt. It's just because like last season they were taking control of the XFL while Fox had the USFL. But overall, I'll say, yeah, that was a fun season. I mean, AJ McCarron played ball. I mean, we had some interesting games, I would say, and I feel like I'm glad for this season. I know a lot of people are going to be complaining about, like, oh, the attendance, or like say like some take about, I don't know, some fans or the NFL or whatever, just trying to like put it down, even though it's like the first season. There are going to be some negatives, like in terms of like money or whatever. That's just how it is. That's just how every startup is. It's not like we're going to be an instant overnight sensation. So I'll say hopefully next season, uh, hopefully there's not really any relocation. I just they at least gotta stay with the markets for next season, at least, just to kind of see how everything rolls out. It just got these things just take time. But you want Lenny Jr. Go ahead and say your piece.
I think it was a good idea to have these leagues merged. because the XFL, I mean, think about, because you got to go back to the pre-UFL. The XFL lost $60 million. The XFL did.
Are you talking about 2020 or 2001?
2023 XFL.
Oh, 20.
It was reportedly saying that the XFL lost 60 million at least. But that's bound to happen when you are
a startup league.
That is bound to happen when you start a league. That's okay. Not like 150 million that the 2001 XFL lost.
Yeah.
But and then USFL, like they're starting to branch out. Like they wanted to be conservative with their money spending with these hubs in Canton, Birmingham, Memphis,
Michigan,
and Michigan. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, why not merge? I mean, you can try to bring your guys together. Try to merge your own rules. Yeah, some of them do not like the extra point system of the XFL, and some of them may not like the
kickoff.
The kickoff for the USFL. But guess what? That is fine because that's how the league of these two leagues work, because you compromise. And these two leagues, based on the matchups, yes, the XFL definitely won the interleague matchups with a record of 9-7 so far, and but the league of play before the ninth week, when the Brahmas beat the Stallions and the Defenders beat the Showboats, those games were neck and neck. They were pretty much like most of them were close contests.
Everyone,
like this shows that they can go up against each other.
Yeah, because in the previously everyone on social media was trying to say, specifically Pat McAfee was trying to be like, the XFL talent is far more wider, even though we've seen some USFL talent legit went to the XFL, aka Luis Perez, Kyle Sloter, like just to kind of name off a couple examples that went to the USFL XFL. So nobody really realized how close the talent was until we finally actually see it, because we would be like, because let's just say the merger didn't happen.
Yeah.
What would have been like? What would have been? A bunch of what ifs? A bunch of been like, Arlington would destroy Birmingham any day of the week, or St. Louis would destroy the Michigan Panthers any day of the week. Like, although we to be fair, we did a little bit expected that, but at least it was funny that they did win week 1. But for the most part, we show that the amount of like talent that goes in, like even like during the offseason. Remember all the rumors of like what was going to happen with every team was also insane. Just like we went from 12 to 10 to 8. It was just like we did not know until January 1st before we finally got the.
It was big questionings. That's another thing, because like they left the fans that love the USFL and the XFL with a bunch of question marks. So like, who is staying and who is leaving?
Yeah.
And my issue, like before, like the UFL, it's like they always like bash each other about like who's better, the USFL, the XFL, and I'm like, you know what? Let these two leagues be. They serve as developmental leagues, all right? They're not playing at the same time, like what the original USFL was trying to do in the 80s, but like they both serve as a developmental league. They wanted to have a second chance with the NFL, and some players work out. You got players in the
Brandon
XFL that happened on USFL, and then we're getting another shot with the whole UFL.
Yeah, and I will never understand where like some NFL fans were trying to prey on the downfall of the league. I will never understand why. Like they're like, wow, these bum or practice squad employees are still trying to play. I'm like, bro, they're still better than you. How about that? They're better than us by a mile. Like if it's a pickup football game, I would still take Nolan Henderson over you. You think you can do better? Go ahead. Try it out.
Yeah. That's another like I don't
and also it's like, think about it too. Like NFL prospects, they bust. All right. We've seen NFL prospects bust, but like, and then while we have like random 4th, 3rd, or 4th, 6th, 7th round picks, or even undrafted players that never really get a shot, somehow look a whole lot better than what we've seen. And I'm not trying to like say anything like, oh, they'll potentially be future superstar. Oh, like I hope they will, but but I'm just saying, like, there's talent that we may not see because either they're stuck on practice squads and they're only allowed just to be seen on practice, or they're just there. While with this league, it helps them see like NFL teams realize, oh wow, we actually had this player. We never realize how well they are. The only time we're really going to have their game time is in the preseason, and that's about it.
That's it. Like 3 weeks is just not enough.
Or unless like there is major injuries, but even then that's still kind of a even then there's still that's still even some slim chance because they'll just sign a random player to be on their roster in the next coming weeks. But you know what, Cam, you want to go ahead, say your piece?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna do my final thoughts here. So basically, what I'm thinking is that so far this league definitely needed the XFL, USFL. They need to stop competing, to be honest, because they're in the same market. And to be honest, it just was great for both parts. So far, I don't know if they're gonna gain money or lose money from this season, but I have a feeling from just
Mm,
the numbers, I feel like they might have a chance where they can easily break even. Truly, I don't know. I'm a big money guy. I don't
yeah,
understand any of that,
I
but
guess we'll
it feels like.
see this offseason, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was definitely a win. Even if they did lose money, I feel like it was a win. I feel like it's gonna bring more
Mm,
advertisement to the league. I feel like it's gonna bring more people to want to get invested. I truly think that this they need to stick with the 8 teams and stick with it this year, this coming up year. They need to
I
stick
think,
with them.
yeah, I agree.
They
Yeah,
need to
that's
stick
yeah,
with
another
them
thing
because
we forgot to mention is stick to 8 teams next year. Don't try to get greedy and don't go for the expansion.
if
Save
they
that for a couple
even
of
if
years
they
down
do
the road.
expand, at least just 2 teams. And if
At
they do
least two
expand,
teams.
just two
I'm
teams.
thinking between 10 or 12 teams. 10 between 10 to 12
I
teams.
think
That's it.
10 would be fine for next season. At
10
least
will be
10.
at least 10 for like in 2026 or something. Because
yeah,
Yeah.
if the UFL repeats the same mistake of what the USFL did before the 1984 season when they went from 12 teams and all of a sudden expand to 18 teams, then you're gonna fail. And UFL is gonna. I hope the UFL tries and prevent that mistake again.
Yeah. Next thing is no relocation too. Just don't relocate. Because it just feels like we're gonna be like, oh, because Memphis had 6,000 in attendance, average 6,000 in attendance. It means we should like kick them off. No,
yeah,
No,
no, just keep them as it is. Yes, it was it a bad year.
like the
Yeah.
bandits and the showboats. Like they were. I mean, yes, it was a different team name, but it
mhm,
was still the same people. It was still Todd
Yeah.
Haley. It was still
yeah.
Todd
I,
Haley.
I truly think the reason why that some people like there's not as many fans, I think because they need it like for these cities, I think they need to be shown that hey, this is gonna last. Because you know
Yes.
what I'm saying, it feels like every 2 years we lose a league, you know what I'm saying? It feels like every 2 years so I'm kinda
Well,
like
And
thinking
well,
like
with the 2020 XFL, they couldn't really control it because of the pandemic.
yeah,
oh
well
yeah,
yeah,
no, no, I think they understood that. I think it's just like now with the especially with USFL 2022, and especially how they lasted for now 2 seasons, technically 3 seasons now.
Mhm.
If we're going in a technicality here because we still have still like yeah, I know four of our USFL teams are gone, but hey, the Birmingham Stallions, they're still showing that they're the best team, not only in and they're just only the best team in the USFL. They actually showed that they're actually maybe the best spring league team of all time. We shown that the Michigan Panthers, a team that we thought, hey, this team might actually be trash, but no, they actually,
I was
they
that
actually,
person.
yeah, I was that same person too. I thought they were going to be 2-8, but no, they proved me wrong. They went 7-3, and they actually won. They improved every year. They went from 2 wins to 4 wins, and now they're 7 wins, and they're 1 game away from hosting the UFL championship game. Even though they were in the playoffs last season, but they were just like okay, we knew what kind of team they were, but the Mike Nolan turned the ship around, especially changing coordinators, and especially doing with so many quarterbacks too. That's why I'm kind of like in that mix. Well, that's why I feel like he should be coach of the year
Hmm.
because just like you had EJ Perry, Danny Etling, and then Bryce Perkins right there, Brian Lewerk. So it's just like, but Yeah, not only that, coaching back to coaching. What I loved about it is like coaching plays a huge factor here because it's like because normally in the NFL we see like, oh, their starting quarterback went down. Okay, well, season's over. We're gonna cut it. I'm not like again, that's geared towards like anyone. Like
Yeah.
and there'll be and it's like but while like the UFLs, like we see some coaches face adversity. Again, Mike Nolan, Wade Phillips. They had Chase Garbers for the first 4 weeks or 3 weeks, and then Quentin Dormady took over. And then same thing, Jordan Tiamu was out for for a bit. They had Jalen Jalen McClendon and DeAndre Francois. For a moment, I'm not saying for a season or so, but and then they had and then who else? The Bellhawks. We saw
Manny Wilkins.
Manny Wilkins, which I mean he wasn't horrible, but you could tell he was just a backup role for the
Yeah.
moment. But I mean, there's still room to improve, but yeah, I just feel like as long as if they keep the 8 markets, they don't really they don't really do much to really like change it. Hopefully they don't really relocate or else it just feels like where's kind of like this loyalty. It's just
Yeah,
like why should I be emotionally invested in your product
Yeah.
if I'm just gonna be like, oh, this team is gonna leave after this season to go to Tulsa or go to San Diego or go somewhere else. And it's
If it
just
ain't
like,
broke, go fix it.
yeah. So
yeah,
just right now, leave it as it is. If the numbers are bad next season,
yes. Then
then
sure thing.
maybe put in consideration. But otherwise, just let it happen. And
Mhm.
also, I think another thing they got to do is bring back more community engagement. I
Definitely.
think like the USFL, what I liked about it, they were very on point with the community engagement since they were like they're in their UFL in the USFL hub, especially Birmingham, Memphis, Detroit, and um
Houston.
no well who was the Cannon Kansan I was
Canton. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah
Canton.
Canton. Yeah,
Cannon but at least like if they find a way to go back to the original stadiums for not only just for the games but for practices too, I feel like that could do wonders, especially since they're now could be more involved with the city than just being like, oh, I'm just gonna go play a game here in Birmingham. All right, well, bye, you guys. I'm going back to Arlington to practice.
Yeah, just
yeah. That's the whole deal with it. If you don't, you gotta like stick around. You gotta show that you actually are invested in it. If you just, I mean, I like the hubs, I understand the hubs, but the hubs gotta eventually need to go because in reality, there's not as much connection when you have a hub into Arlington. Because you know what I'm saying. If you're a Birmingham team, it's just a thing. Most people are
Yeah,
like, oh, you don't even like your operations don't even exist here. So why would I even invest in something that it's not rooted in Birmingham? That's what they kind of need. They need to be like, hey, we're rooted in these cities. They really got to advertise it for next year, saying, hey,
yeah,
just because we're in hub in Arlington doesn't mean that this is our city. They got to show why. They got to show that they're gonna
yeah.
be there for a while.
Yeah, and also it just feels I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. It just feels weird. It's just like, oh they're doing community engagement in Arlington. The Birmingham Stallions are doing community engagement in Arlington. I'm not saying like, oh, it's a bad thing. It just feels like
Not great.
it just shows like, okay, where's like kind of this like thing like, Bo Scarborough. I feel like Bo Scarborough, honestly, I even though he's not a stallion anymore and he retired, but that man did actually do well,
mhm.
like
Hmm.
in terms of community engagement. Like this man honestly was trying to get everyone to the games or at least try to get everyone to notice about the stallions and even then he was also like a big part of that community. So hopefully next season, maybe if they get out of the hubs, we get hopefully get to see that kind of charm again from, especially if it's like local guys, probably too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just gotta get the local crowd in. That's the key
Local
thing.
crowd. Once you get the local crowd, then everything will fall into place. Truly, I truly think that. I
Yeah,
mean, if
Mhm.
we can get the local crowds, I mean, the attendance, the viewership will go up. I think. I truly think it's easier
yeah,
to watch, and more fun to watch when you have
I agree.
when you have people watching, people in the stands. I don't know. People get mad at me
right,
for saying that, but it's the truth, though. I think
yeah,
people don't want to watch this type of game when there's no one in the stands because it just doesn't feel like It's an atmosphere that you
Reminds you
want
of the
to be a part
pandemic.
of. Yeah,
Yeah.
right to the pandemic, and no one liked that.
uh,
No one.
but anyways, I guess it's kind of, we could go break down a little bit of each team, like their season. I mean, we all knew, but just we all know what it is, but just we could do that right now. We start with
Yeah.
the Arlington Renegades. 0-6. My God, that was they pretty much put the definition of fluke on the table right there. If there was
They
a
did.
yeah, like honestly, yeah, they went 3-2. Obviously, the second half of the season, but it just feels like so many missed opportunities. This team, like we all agree that this team should have been a whole lot better than
Should be better.
they
Like
should have.
giving us
Like
Outlaws,
again,
the
this team should
Defenders,
have
the
been maybe
Panthers.
6-4.
Yeah, there should have been at least 6-4. Like they have opportunities to win, and the Renegades just failed to. They just failed to capitalize
They
it.
shoot themselves in the foot every time when that happens, and then or they shoot themselves whenever, even when they had the opportunity to at least
Yeah.
stay in the lead. Like the Defenders game week 3, like they had that shot to win that game, but
Speaking
no.
of defenders was just they're like we've been saying this countless of times. So like the 2022 Generals, a team that went
23.
9-1,
Yeah.
they made it to the playoffs, and then they fail to repeat of what success they had in the previous year. Defenders is the exact same team. Like if you compare the
They
Generals
lost key
and
pieces.
the Renegades, yeah, lost key pieces. No Lucky Jackson, no Chris Blair. We lost Andrew Smith for the rest of the season.
No
Chris
Derek
Rowland was
King.
I would say Chris Rowland was probably the only highlight I loved watching. Like him and Calvin Harmon, they were like the great pieces to watch. The
Derek
defense
King
was
played a whole huge role too.
who?
Derek King.
Derek. Well,
They kind of fit the I'm not saying I mean because think about it, like from like the last season to that season for the Defenders, because they had a 2 QB system
they
going
had
for
a
the
two QB
Defenders.
system, but Derek King was
And
more for rushing.
yeah, but at least like it had worked, right? Like it worked
Yeah.
for, in a sense, is like even Derek King had like some moments like passing, so it was just like, all right, you didn't really know what you were gonna expect from him. While this season it was like, all right, we gotta put everything on Tiamu. Like I thought I was expecting Jalen McClendon or DeAndre Francois to be kind of the Derek King replacement to like kind of bring like
But
something
he wasn't
different, but
meant to be.
no, they just put everything on Tiamu, and it kind of felt we saw like some of Tiamu's flaws, like going. We just saw Tiamu's flaws after that.
Yeah. It's just it was just everything was just it was just too inconsistent for me. Like
Yeah,
everything became very inconsistent. That's why the defenders fall. Stallions, I mean, they're still a fantastic team. They are still a fantastic
yeah.
team. They're running that dynasty.
Despite the one loss versus San Antonio, they are still a dominant team. Even though we have now looked like the same team for the past couple weeks, but we're still good. We're still very much of a threat.
You're still much of a threat. The Memphis Showboats, I mean,
Forget major disappointment is an understatement. It's
yes,
even I'm probably just being nice to them, because
yeah.
like that is on paper. Again, we all said on paper this team should have been a 6-4, maybe
I
7,
have them as
like the
number
Michigan
2 in
Panthers. Like
USFL.
they were basically should have been what the Michigan Panthers should have been, basically.
That's what I had. Yeah, that's what I had, and it was a major letdown. And then the other team that's like the kind of the same thing, the Houston Roughnecks. You know,
I'm
because I
like
thought they're gonna have that magic with the Gamblers, but that magic just
it
was
just
not there.
never happened, and it's just like this. I don't know. And it's CJ Johnson again, like Bob Sue, just kept they kept shooting themselves in the foot every
Every
game.
time, like there's just
Like
bad coaching
I
decisions.
know they didn't have the greatest of quarterbacks, but it's just like it just felt like if they had some type of a functioning offense, even from last season too, even last season when Kenji Bahar was was starting games, like you could tell, like if they had more of a functioning offense, a better QB, they would honestly be a
I
very big
think that's
threat.
what's missing. I think what they're missing is a quarterback.
Like
Because
like
they
a
have great
legit
receivers, they got
quarterback.
great running backs. They're just missing a quarterback.
Like I'm not sure Mark Thompson's going to play
I don't
this
know.
season,
Who
because he's
knows?
been, again, we're trying to the whole cryptic
Cryptic.
thing, but it's, I don't know, a little bit hilarious at the same time. But
But
yeah,
yeah.
and
Michigan
then
Panthers, a team that really surprised me.
surprising team. I know because I think the biggest concern, again, like the Roughnecks, I was like, my biggest concern was really their offense because it was like their defense. I knew it was going to be a very great defense. I knew that for sure. But the only thing I just knew I thought was going to be like they were going to be like the Roughnecks, where their offense was going to come out flat every time because AJ Perry, like he had moments, but it never really felt like I never really felt like he had moments, but he only really had one great game versus the Houston Roughnecks.
Yeah,
But then that was
that
really
was pretty
it.
much it.
You never really had, and then you had what Danny Etling again. He's shown flashes again. It's not like I mean I think he's probably become a little bit better than EJ Perry. Uh,
Yes, I would say he is.
And then Bryce Perkins, I think honestly that is probably a breath of fresh air. Like at least a great late addition.
I agree.
Yeah,
Would
they
agree.
The rushing
uh,
offense is elite, though. They have a
yeah,
It
really
is.
like
it
They're
they can
really
use
rushing.
literally anybody to run an offense. That's how great the
Wes
rushing back.
Hills, Matt
Like
Even get
West Hills
along.
won't be like as much. He like maybe like losing West Hills is. I mean, he's a great running back. He may like
but it didn't really
losing
make
him
a
may not be as big of a deal as it used to be because they can literally use anybody to run
they have
and
Matt Corber and
they can still run. They can still run.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
So I
Battlehawks. We
I
expected who
mean
they are to be. They're a really good
yeah,
team.
I think the only thing it was just like, all right, can you actually make the playoffs? Because I
Yeah,
think that was it.
and
I
they
think it
did.
was just like because I think it was just like, they were complaining like, "Oh, we should have been in the XFL playoffs." I mean, like that was like all last off season, right? It was just like, "Oh, like we should have been in the XFL playoffs." But I think that's the only time I'm kind of glad the Arlington Renegades actually did win it because it just kind of like shut the silence and like, "Oh, okay. Yeah."
Yeah,
But I mean, St. Louis, I mean, we expected them to be a great team, and they were. AJ McCarron, once again, was playing like an MVP candidate.
Hakeem
Obviously, week
Butler
7,
too.
Hakeem Butler. Running game is interesting. I mean, I'm not saying it's like boom or bust, but it's just like, but shoot, I can't forget his name, the running back, not Gallman.
Wayne Gallman,
Not
Jacob
not
Silas.
Wingo.
Dave Taylor?
Jacob Sailors. My
Yeah.
God, that man is
He's a
that man is
Beast.
running beast.
He's a beast.
I didn't expect him to boom. I did not expect that man to boom. I thought Gallman was gonna be like the biggest man to be a biggest threat. I thought that was gonna be it, but
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But then we have the San Antonio Brahmas, another surprising team. Although,
Mhm.
yeah, they had Wade Phillips, but again, it was just like it's just kind of weird how we
The
just kind of
offense
weird.
was much better than I anticipated.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of the thing because I mean, San Antonio's defense wasn't bad last season, but I mean, if we're going to comparisons, you're like, wow, San Antonio's
It
defense just unlocked.
defense improved.
They unlocked their potential. And then that's what happened. They officially unlocked the what it can be, and then that's what really
Yeah,
happened. And Wade Phillips and AJ Smith, although AJ Smith honestly needs another year to give me
Mhm.
something else because he's kind of doing the same thing with the Roughnecks from last season. Like it just feels like he didn't really learn. He somewhat improved, but it just didn't feel like he learned as much as I can. And yes, you could say, well, you have Quinn and Dormady, which I know we can get back to Quinn and Dormady in a second. I know there's that, but at the same time, it just feels like there was just some moments where he just did the same play over and over again and just kind of hoped you have a different result. So, and that's the only thing what's kind of scaring me about the Brahmas going to this and going to the playoffs. Besides Dormady, is the fact that AJ Smith's offense.
hmm
That's what's gonna kind of scare me going into these playoffs. So, I
yeah.
mean,
It's anything. Anything can happen because you
yeah,
have a team that's 9-1 and the rest is 7-3. Any seven
Mhm.
three team can make it.
yeah. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on the playoff matchups? I guess we go with that. I mean, it should be great games for the most part. I
Yes.
mean, no one can really complain. I'm not going to be mad about each of the matchups. I think everyone should agree that we are going to get a good matchup no matter
No
who it
matter what.
is. But I
And
think everyone's just kind of been on that. Oh, well, the UFL is gonna rig it for the Battlehawks, which at the end it's whatever because it's like, look at this, the UFL is kind of a win-win scenario, no matter what.
No matter what. No, I'm fine. I'm fine if it's Stallions, Battlehawks, Stallions, Brahmas, Battlehawks, Panthers.
Panthers,
Like I
Brahmas,
am, I am fine with anything.
yeah.
Mhm.
Although,
Mhm.
yes, I am going to be rooting for the Stallions for the championship, but if the Panthers
Of
win, I
course.
wouldn't be I wouldn't be I wouldn't be
I'm rooting for
as
the
like
battle.
I
I'm rooting
wouldn't
for the
be as mad. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
as mad because the Panthers honestly they did a lot. They improved a lot, and I'm more impressed with the Panthers than really like, oh wow, they're like our division rival. Like I
Yeah.
guess just because since I don't really treat them as a division rival as such, not because oh we sweep them or beat them every year. It's just because it's like they're a northern team. I think that's
yeah,
just kind of
Yeah.
like I think that's what it is. I think it's just like, oh, like they're really like because they were once a USL4 North team, so I just can't really like see them as like the division rival. Maybe after this season I will put in consider I will, but just like compared to like the Roughnecks, compared to like the Showboats, I feel like those rivalries I feel like hit a little harder because we're like, oh, these are southern battle showdowns.
yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
my next stream is going to be the UFL Championship game.
My next stream is gonna be it's probably gonna be the XFL Conference Championship game since
Right.
I'm not gonna be
And
able to be for the USFL one. So
I know I'll at least be streaming the I think the USFL one, I think, with what's his face? I forgot his
Gavin,
name already. Gavin.
Gavin,
I will figure out the details then, but if y'all want me to join
yeah.
into your own streams, just let me know. I
All
know.
right.
I'm not
And
interesting as everyone
I'm
else,
probably
but
going
yeah.
to be. I'm probably
yeah.
doing solo with this
Okay,
one.
that's chill. No, you're chill.
And
You're chill. Okay.
then after that, I think after that battle stream, I think after that the XFL conference stream, I think I will do a UFL championship preview live stream, kind of like what I did with the UFL pre like
And
season.
media day. Yeah.
Yeah, UFL media. So this is probably I'll try to see what I can do. Maybe I'm not sure if I could try to invite some more guests. Who knows? Maybe
Hmm.
one-on-one interviews. Just want to see how it goes. But
Of course.
it's been a nice talking to everyone. This season has been great. This has been fun. It was nice talking to all of you.
It is
um
great.
this
It's
was
always
probably
fun.
a massive improvement for this season, at least not only for the league itself, but thinking about social media in general, like the entire media. I think we all finally like engaged more as a spring league football like
Oh, definitely.
community because it's
100%.
like as normally it was kind of like somewhat divided or like separate. We're like, oh, the XFL, and then it's like, oh yeah,
The US.
the USFL. But I think this time since with this league, we all kind of like engaged together. We all enjoyed each other's banter. We all enjoyed whatever we can. But
Hmm.
but
Y- When you're
anyways,
when you're arguing on Twitter, you know you're doing it about a league. You're doing it right. Something's
Yeah.
going right because it's
yeah,
like when you're that's all I'm gonna say about it. Because to be honest, we've have a base now for like a social media guys. You know what I'm saying? We got people that will help
yeah,
bolster the Twitter. But yeah, I think
yeah.
so far, yeah, social media has been great. I'm really
But then
really
like
excited about it.
But then, like, you have your big guys. You got your like James Larsens. You got your Pro Football Network guys. You got like Luke Miller, State of the Stallions himself.
Yeah.
You got these guys like bigger guys promoting these leagues. United Football Media too. I'm just like even us as smaller guys or just like guys, just fans in general of the league, we even we're like trying to have fun. Tea Time Reports, shout out to them as well, like if they're listening. But you know, I'm I'm proud of this. I am proud of what this league became, and it's not like it didn't turn out like I guess the worst case scenario in my head where it was like it was gonna be like the worst thing we're gonna see, but no, it turned out far much better. I think it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely exceeded my expectations too. I think it blew it away. I thought this would be like a very
Kind of similar
after
to the XFL and
yeah,
USFL, where we're
I had a
kind of that
feeling.
Like it was gonna be good, but nothing like okay, it was gonna like somehow gauge the like push the needle up, But
Definitely did this year. Definitely pushed the
yeah,
needle up, and I feel like it can only go up, really, to be honest. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah,
hopefully,
and
knock on whatever, but, like, I truly think yeah, let me knock on it real quick. But anyway, yeah, I think that the only way it's up for this league, and I feel like there's a lot of good things coming, and I feel like
as
just they keep doing what they're doing. Well, keep not
as long as
exactly
they
keep.
keep as long as they keep doing the right moves, like as long as they're
Mhm,
not like, okay, let's try to find a way to bull rush this so we
Mhm.
could try to so they won't like so it won't be like, oh, we're gonna inflate the numbers,
mhm,
because it could just be like 1 week we're gonna like, okay, we're gonna peak at 1 million, we're gonna peak at 2 million, and then like somehow like
Yeah.
drastically the next week we're back at like 500,000 just like out of the
blue.
blue, and it's just like, I just want them to do it correctly, even if it takes, like, a couple years to do it, because, yes, I know they've been existing for a good bit, but, these things still take time. This is still
It
technically
needs
the
to take
first
time.
it takes this is the inaugural year for both leagues that emerged, so and I will say, even though, Cam, you're trying to say that it might break even, I might say it might lose money, but I wouldn't say, like, it's gonna be like, "Oh, go crazy insane," though.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it's healthy. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. So like, I better not expect anyone on the comments on X being like, "Oh, the XFL lost $20 million. The
Yeah.
UFL lost $20 million," even though in their mind it's like any startup league, you're going to lose money. You're not gonna make the initial profit. Yeah, it's
No.
gonna
Mhm.
It takes
just
time.
it's
It takes
is
time. Yeah.
it's the business of things.
Mhm.
It's not saying the product is terrible. It's just a time thing. It's
It's
just
Yeah, advertisement doesn't know if you're gonna last, and they're not going to invest money into you if they don't think that you're gonna last. And it needs time. This leads can hold steady and just continue to push out stuff and get better over time, and
yeah.
not staying the same. Getting better slowly and slowly. There will be more money coming in quickly. I truly believe that. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then and eventually as well, it's not like like the UFL cannot be an overnight sensation. That's the thing. They just cannot. Like, I mean, look, like they just cannot do it because that's just like it'll just be bad in terms. It'll just be
Yeah.
overall bad, and then it'll be like
And yeah.
again like the '80s USFL. Honestly, I think that's the worst case scenario I'm kind of thinking of. Like, but as long as they just make it as a developmental league, as long as they try to make it just for a a opportunity for players that have never really got a shot or that have not really they never really seen their talent like fully go, fully
Mhm.
grow, then as long as they keep it like that and just add some minor tweaks and improvements, I think
Hey.
On the up.
this league is going to boom.
All right. Well,
All right.
I'm gonna wrap it
Let's
up. I'm
all
planning
right.
to play some X-Defiant. Hopefully, I'm
Oh,
gonna dump all of these noobs, but I'm probably gonna beat
I'm
the noob
gonna
here.
do my power rankings first, and then I'll finally do a video, and then I'll probably do a video this week on the UFL
Mhm.
playoffs, and probably kind of like
Okay.
your handbook, but just maybe
Yeah.
like a shorter version of it since it's TikTok, obviously. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Probably.
it gets closer, I'll definitely advertise my handbook. But
Mhm.
all
yeah,
right. I hope everybody has a great rest of your night.
have a good night, everybody. Hope to see y'all soon.
Appreciate y'all.
For y'all, stay safe and out there.
Have a good
Such.
night.
All right, good night.
Peace.
Peace.